Air quality isn't the first thing that comes to mind when you think about chess and esports, but it affects our focus, decision-making, health, sleep, and more. What's in the air you breathe? Find out with Air Things.
He played the Berlin, which I sort of expected, but I didn't really know what to do against, because in reality very few people do.
When we are playing an even game against someone of similar strength to us, usually we need to give something in order to obtain the initiative.
Just how shrewd and cunning Alireza can be, even with very little time.
I want to show you a game just to prove that I play these lines. I played against former world number 2 and a bit of a superstar, Gatakamsky.
Gains that confidence, plays a few good events, stops looking inwards into his own insecurities.
I like the no expectation part, so like that's something that has gotten better because sure, it's like not my full-time job.
It's definitely good for chess in India, and now there is Olympiad also, so there'll be more people following and taking up chess as professional sport.
Yeah.
And it's surprisingly concrete still, no? Like,
yeah.
E takes d4, good move, because d takes d4, then d takes d5.
This line was essential and forced, but also not rocket science to map out.
My name is Rafael Diaz, and I have been passionate about chess since I was 14 years old. Chess taught me a lot of things when I was a teenager, like how to think strategically and how to make decisions based on logical reasoning. It also taught me to find the determination to pursue my goals, which later on helped me to obtain a PhD in physics. Chess has helped me so much that I always wanted to find a way to make more people interested and attracted to this wonderful game. My other passion, video games, led me to create my own game studio, Minimal Games. We are now a team of 8 people, and we have been working for the past 2 years in our most ambitious project to date, Chessarama. Chessarama is a collection of chess-inspired games, each with a different set of rules and themes like medieval fantasy, farming, samurai, and even soccer. Our objective is to give players a modern gameplay experience using inspirations from chess tactics, strategies, and culture to create original puzzle and turn-based games all in one package. The reason why I'm here today is to announce our partnership with Play Magnus Group, founded by the 5 times world chess champion Magnus Carlsen and creator of the Champions Chess Tour, the world's most innovative sport event to emerge in the last few years. As part of this partnership, Chessarama will become an official sponsor of the Champions Chess Tour for the remainder of 2022 and for the whole season of 2023. We will also be an official partner of the next FIDE World Championships broadcast on Chess24 channels. It is a big honor to have Play Magnus Group supporting Chessarama's mission of bringing even more people to the magical world of chess. I invite you to join us in this adventure by adding Chessarama on your Steam wishlist and by following along both the game and Play Magnus on social media.
to take control of your journey towards chess mastery. Magnus Carlsen introduces Chessable, the definitive solution for studying chess. Move Trainer uses the science of spaced repetition to identify your strengths and eliminate your weaknesses. There's no need to set up a board, remember which page you're on, or keep track of all the moves you miss. Move Trainer empowers you to go from the opening to the end game with confidence. It's a seamless, effective, and fun way to study chess. Choose from one of the largest online chess libraries in the world, with hundreds of titles ranging from classic books through to our exclusive Chessable courses, including over 100 free courses. Get expert insights from International Master John Bartholomew, Grandmaster Sam Shankland, International Master Krzysztof Sulecki, Grandmaster Simon Williams, World Champion Magnus Carlsen, and hundreds of other instructors. Get started now and join our growing community of over 100,000 chess enthusiasts at chessable.com. Chessable, take control of your journey towards chess mastery. Chessable, the definitive solution for studying chess. Choose from one of the largest online chess libraries in the world, with hundreds of titles ranging from classic books through to our exclusive Chessable courses.
Hi there, it's me, John Chess, inventor of chess. And are you sick of sucking at chess? Well, lucky for you, I have also invented AIM Chess. Look at this chess puzzle. Did you solve it? Of course not, that's because you're not using AIM Chess. AIM Chess is a digital chess trainer that helps you improve by creating unique lessons based on your recent games. Just link your chess.com or VChess account and feel that brain wrinkle. Yeah, see, you shouldn't have blundered your queen just there. Now I know! Thanks, AIM Chess! Now all that's left to figure out is how that funny horse moves. They even got acquired by that one chess player other than Hikaru, so you know it's good. Hi, it's me, that guy I just mentioned, and I am the best chess man in the world. But thanks to AIM Chess, I also have a girlfriend now as well. This could be you! Personalized training, game reports and analysis disease, study plans, thick, luscious hair, intuition builder, all this and more available on AIM Chess.
Hello?
Courtney, did you know that AIM Chess users improve their ratings 43% faster than average?
What?
So what are you waiting for? Join AIM Chess today. Links will be somewhere, probably. I don't know, I just made the video. AIM Chess. Sign up now and get 50k silver and 2 free months off your VPN. Now that's what I call a Queen's Gambit. That's so fucking dumb. AIM Chess, for when you aim to chess. That's their slogan. It's what they say. Ready, aim, chess. That's another. It's... Look, just sign up for AIM Chess, okay? Just... Come on, literally, why not? Alright, just stop being a dick for like 5 seconds and just...
Hello everyone, welcome to the final weekend of this year's Meltwater's Champion Chess Tour. Season 2022 coming to an end. This is the third major tournament played in San Francisco. I mean, half in San Francisco because 4 players are on site in San Francisco playing from this wonderful venue from Shack 15 building, but the other 4 guys are playing from home. A very special tournament. So far, Magnus Carlsen dominating. However, before we get into all the action, let me introduce the tactical wizards. I mean, what we have witnessed so far from Rustam throughout the broadcast was stunning, inspiring, just amazing. So the one and only Rustam Kasimdzhanov. Welcome, Rustam.
Hi, Peter. Hi, guys. Nice to be here. Very, very nice tournament so far. And also, yeah, great to work with you too.
Well, thanks a lot. I mean, okay, we have so much history, but we'll come back to that a bit later. First, let's talk about the tournament. Yeah, Magnus Carlsen complaining yesterday that he isn't on perfect score. I mean, what a pleasant situation to complain about. No, I mean, he's winning all the matches. He has one match against Liam yesterday. He did only win, not in the Blitz playoff, but finally in the Armageddon. Stunning performance so far. Do you think, is there any chance that something might happen to him, or he just gonna smoothly win it?
No, I think he is going to win this tournament for sure. But he did show some weakness yesterday. some vulnerability, right? Because he looked almost unbeatable. And yesterday, okay, for the record, he did lose 2 games.
Yes, he did lose 2 games. Also, credit goes to Liam, of course, yeah, for putting up this tremendous fight, bouncing back against Magnus twice. Well, the second place is still there for Duda, but Duda plays against Wesley so this is going to be a incredible matchup, and we also know that Duda will face Magnus Carlsen in the last round tomorrow, so there is still kind of an intrigue. Imagine that Pragnanda, who is always actually dangerous for Magnus, yeah, Magnus never had it easy against him throughout the tour. If he makes an upset, then, for example, we might be in for a thriller tomorrow.
Well, he would have to beat him in the in normal time, right? So that Magnus doesn't get any points today, and then it would get dangerous, right?
Yeah, well, also because Duda, I think, has 10 points. Yeah, he's on second place. Wesley So has won 3 consecutive matches, so he's up there with 9 points. Yeah, also in the mix. Yeah, it's nothing to be ruled out. It's going to be a super tough match. I'm expecting both matches to be super tough. Then we also have Anish Giri against Shakriya Mamedyanova. I feel like the 2 one-dit players facing each other, battling it out basically for the bottom place. Anish did start well, yeah, winning 2 matches in Blitz playoffs, so he had 4 points ever since he lost 3 matches in a row. And Shakriya also started high, beating Pragnanda in the classical portion, yeah, in the rapid portion. But ever since he lost 4 consecutive matches, yeah, so Shakriya in a deep trouble. The jet lag, the night session doesn't work for him. And then we have Liam versus Arjun Arigaishi, 2 players who I think are very motivated to finish this tournament as good as possible because they are still in the mix.
Oh, both of them, they got into some sort of shape, right? Arjun won 2 matches in a row. Liam, okay, he lost yesterday, but obviously he's in good shape, right? I mean, to put up a fight like this against Magnus is on top of his game. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting today.
Yeah, as always, yeah, but exactly because this Pragnanda, Magnus Carlsen and Jan-Krzysztof Duda Wesley, so we have 2 stellar matchups which are very important for our tournament standings. I would like to ask Tadeusz if we could get that tweet yesterday from Ramesh, from the famous basketball game. That would be great. Yes, there we have it. Yeah, basically, it's a very sweet picture, yeah, because the Warriors, the San Francisco Warriors playing in the NBA, battling it out against the New York Knicks, but Pragnanda, due to the jet lag, I'm pretty sure that it's not because of the disinterest. He would have loved to see this match for sure, but the jet lag just got to him and fall asleep, and his preparation against Magnus Carlsen started right there. What is your take on this?
Yeah, no, I also had a very difficult match yesterday from what I remember, right? I mean, Duda kept him busy, and it went all the way to the Armageddon. I think he just left a lot of energy there.
Yeah, recharging is the most important thing. By the way, Warriors did win the match yesterday, so everything is fine in San Francisco. Well, Magnus also mentioned that the Warriors are having a tough season, but at home they are doing well. I checked out the records just to be in. They have lost all their away matches, but they have won 8 and only lost 1 so far at home. So they are getting in shape. And well, let's not talk about chess because we have a couple of more minutes.
But actually, I don't understand. Before we talk about chess, is home turf so much of an advantage in basketball? I just don't know anything about it. Why?
Well, as it seems, yes. If you also look at this picture of Prague, there is like, I don't know, 30,000 spectators all shouting and all pushing you forward. Yeah, so it should give a lot of confidence to the team and also motivation. As far as I know, already in the first quarter, they got the upper hand and then they kept the score. Okay, if we still, you brought this basketball back. I wasn't exactly honest yesterday and everything caught me a bit off guard. I do have some basketball history, but it dates back, you know, to 80s when I was very young and we were following the Yugoslavian team battling it out in Olympiad, in all this. I remember Dražen Petrovic was like the hero, you know, in Yugoslavia, the Croatian superstar playing against Soviet Union, which had Sabonis. Yeah, and yes, I remember that this Dražen Petrovic, who was small, but was just brilliantly dribbling, and then this giant Sabonis with 220 or even I think more than 220 tall. That was sensational. And then I did follow NBA a bit in the 90s. The Chicago Bulls, the legendary Chicago Bulls team, yeah, with Michael Jordan, then Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman later in the 96 era. But that's it. For me, after Chicago Bulls, 90s era basketball more or less stopped existing.
Yeah, no, I remember this must have been 88, 89, right? The Soviet Union was playing against Yugoslavia. Very
exactly.
Soon, both these countries stopped existing, yeah? So it must have been back then, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people who don't know, I mean, I was born in Subotica, yeah, in Yugoslavia. And of course, all these kind of things were very, very special. We were following, and it was really brilliant to witness those matches. And all these memories came back yesterday once we talked. And then I was Googling, you know, I was trying to search as much information about all the players and so on, about their later history. But okay, we are just in time to get back to chess. 1 more minute before liftoff. Let me turn on the engine already also. Yeah, everything is set. Let's go with predictions. Pragnanda, Carlsen, what do you say? Just result.
Okay, Magnus will win in Blitz.
Okay. Okay, I know already that it makes no sense to argue with you, so I'm not gonna predict anything. Let's go for the next. Duda versus Wesley So.
Wesley will win in regular.
Okay. Liam Legans, Arjun Erigaishi.
I'm afraid about this one. Yeah, I think Liam is a favorite.
But no results, yeah?
I think Liam will probably win in the overall.
Okay, and Anish Gideon Shakra Mamedyanov.
I would say Anish.
Okay, yeah, that's a very tough match. I mean, they are both suffering heavily. We have heard the interviews of Anish. We have seen Shakria play, and that's what really scares me, because we know what he's capable of. And in the last tour in AIM Chess tournament, he played brilliantly. Yeah, one stellar performance game after another. And one can just see that his energetic play at night probably does not work. Yeah, you really need so much energy to keep going, you know, this creativity, and he's just way too harmless for his standards.
Yeah, no, we just don't know what his day looks like, right? I mean, maybe he's just no longer in any shape to play chess by that time, no, when it starts.
Yeah, exactly. And we have liftoff. It's a Caro-Kann. I mean, who would have expected? Okay, Magnus is toying with Caro-Kann from time to time, but still, in a very important match, he does go for the end. Plag goes for e5. Okay, this is good news. H4. Not my setup, but a very aggressive one.
H4 is a properly good setup, I think.
Yeah, and we are going for this line that was seen between FunForest and Magnus Carlsen, I think, already throughout the tour.
But okay, it's a very dangerous line for black, right? This is a line where you end up taking the pawn on b2 with your queen and get into all sorts of troubles.
Yes, I mean, I do remember, but how was it? Because somehow Magnus included that queen a5 check, and then white played b4, but it was clearly with the pawn yet on e7. How does this happen? Do you know this or not? Or white plays something after something different?
I think there is bishop g5 instead of knight f3 also. Bishop g5 exists.
Yeah, but still, I don't see how after queen a5 check, white could play b4, yeah? So probably it's connected that it's queen a5 check here. I think this was the something like b4, and then queen takes b4, knight d2, and it featured some e6, rook b1, queen e7 back, and then some. Yeah, I think this was the FunForest Magnus Carlsen game. So in fact, then Magnus is the first who deviates with e6. And knight f3. This is the old classical. Fabi did this against Fiduza, yeah, in Grand Swiss.
Yes. I mean, we did a bunch of work in this line. It's a very proper line for both colors. Fabi was playing this also with both colors. I mean, people will have forgotten it, but he had, I think, games against, I want to say Sutovsky back in the day, and then he also had a game against Nair in Dortmund.
Yes, exactly.
So we had some sort of exposure to these setups. back in the day.
And Magnus has slowed down, yeah, like knight f3. Did it come as a slight surprise, or?
I think maybe the more direct move is bishop g5 at once, right? Instead of knight f3.
And then this queen b6, yeah, knight d2.
There's some queen b6, knight d2. There is some, there is a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, tremendous amount of stuff.
Yeah, and I think after knight f3, you have also choices. Yeah, you have like knight h6, but white can even take bishop h6 and play this position where the rook is misplaced on h6. And he plays queen a5. Yeah, he wants to go queen a6 probably. This is a bit different.
Yeah, this is the positional line. Yeah, that is queen a5 check, knight bd2, and then eventually you want to go queen a6.
Yeah,
I do recall
go
something.
c4, right?
Yeah, white plays c4 usually, and then we get this. I believe there were some games between Dominguez and Firuza also, and so on. Yeah, Alireza was challenged quite a lot in this line. Knight h6, knight f5, all classical. And queen b5. Queen d1 back. Yeah, of course, the queen trade would be brilliant for black. Yeah, white's plays based on the fact that black's king on e8 is kind of weakened, vulnerable with the pawn on h5, the g5 square. So white clearly wants to keep the dynamics in the position. c5 break.
Yeah, no, Magnus is definitely in the book. Yeah, these 3 minutes that he spent should not deceive you. It just, he was choosing the line or remembering the move order. He's clearly still in the book.
Yeah, I mean, also what he's doing is very healthy. I also have Caro-Kann experience from, 20, 25 years ago, but this is very much old school what Magnus is doing. Yeah, that's okay. First you develop the knight, you also make sure that you activate your queen so that you will be able to challenge white's active queen. You force it back and then you push c6, c5. This is like a play from the 90s.
Yeah, no, I also miss the old days when Caro-Kann was a healthy opening. Like when Karpov would play it and then Vichy would play it, and like also you played it, but also everybody played it at some point, right? Caro-Kann was like a really proper opening.
Yeah, it was a logical opening, yeah?
Yes, but then, I mean, I think with E5, at some point when the computers got strong, they started posing so many problems that I think for a while Caro-Kann got a reputation as of, just like French a bit, yeah? That it's a bit, I mean, not quite the first class opening. It's a bit like business class.
Yeah, well, it's true. Yeah, because I remember that all these third move e5s back in like when I was playing it 96, I think 96, then also 98, 99, Caro-Kann was very much in my repertoire. And I just thought like, okay, I only have to know one good line. Yeah, I pick a good line, I analyze it, and if I know my stuff, there shouldn't be any problems with it because black is healthy. And now we know what's happening in modern Caro-Kann with third move e5. It's like an incredible jungle, a whole new opening, and it's a never-ending story.
Yeah, basically, you just need to work so much with black these days to be able to play Caro-Kann successfully. Because also white turned out to have other systems, right? Like e takes d5, for instance, is such a big system nowadays. Even f3 is actually a very serious system.
Yeah, every single system is serious. Yes, yeah, that's true. Yeah, this drives me also crazy from Caro-Kann's point of view. Yeah, that. But also when preparing against the Caro-Kann, yeah, that suddenly you have too many choices. Before it was like you want to challenge the Caro-Kann, go for the main line, and then be as good prepared as possible. Exactly, nowadays we don't really see those classical main lines anymore in third move knight c3.
I haven't seen the main line in forever. Yes. Like a proper battle in bishop f5 Caro-Kann, one doesn't see it anymore, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's just crazy how much development is in theory. Okay, I mean, if you look at this position, if we would not see the computer evaluation, we would just think like with an eye from 25 years ago that what's black's problem? I mean, everything is healthy. We managed to break with c5. We traded the bad bishop, so-called bad French bishop, the c8 bishop. Healthy structure, but this g5 square, yeah, this is the point that eventually white's bishop can land on g5, and some potential kingside attack is possible if black castles too early.
Well, I probably haven't learned anything in recent years because it still looks amazing to me for black. It just looks great.
Should I push the Control F? Yeah, flip board. Yeah, just to get the black side. Yeah, to us. I'm kidding. Yeah, but okay. How do you play? Yeah, rook e1, keeping the tension.
Is castling a problem? Short.
I mean, you castle short or long?
No, I wanted to castle short.
Yes. Okay.
And then if knight g5, I want to go g6 and ask if that's a problem.
Because I'm losing some valuable time with this knight g5, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And you clearly want to break in the center at some point, yeah, with d4, maybe.
Well, if you go knight f3 now, for instance, to defend your pawns, I might already go d4.
Yes. Yes, this would work out to perfection for you.
Well, perfection is a strong word. Yeah, maybe you can go b4 and kick me around.
You give the c3 pawn?
Well, b4, queen c3 looked a bit dangerous to me. Bishop d2, you have to go queen
d3,
b5, then knight e7.
Okay, but it's also very risky for white.
That's true, yeah. But I cannot catch this queen anyhow, yeah?
I hope not, yeah. But I actually like Magnus's choice also very much that, okay, we can probably castle anyway. It's not clear what white is doing. And then I'm getting this rook to d8. After bishop g5, we can play rook d7. And then the rook is already ready on the d file.
Hold your horses, yeah? So bishop g5, rook d7, b4.
Oh,
let's try to get to your king.
Okay. This is your style.
I will probably not manage, but let's try.
But I say no. I don't want to be provoked. Queen c4.
And b5, you'll go knight c7, yeah?
Or knight a5. Maybe I even dare to go knight a5, and I'm dreaming of landing that knight on c4.
Okay, knight d4.
Yeah, this was a good move.
No, but you can maybe take and go queen c8 and land it on c4, but I'm not sure. Yeah? I'm not sure. What
it's a very double-A structure for both sides. Yeah, queen retreats, then we go knight c4, but who knows?
But you still have nowhere to go with your king.
Yes, yeah, it's stuck. It's dangerous.
And maybe I can go rook a3, rook g3. I don't know. I mean,
yeah. No. This is way too risky. Yeah. So okay, we will see this rook d8, bishop g5. But again, this is what I mean. Yeah, that. Like Magnus probably had foreseen that Pragg likes to play like this. I do recall from the Julius Baer challenge last year that Pragg has played like this against Vincent in that very important final, or it was semi-final, I think final. Basically, thanks to winning this game, Pragg qualified for the tour, for this season's Meltwater Champions Chess Tour. So it was very crucial, and Magnus probably has noticed it, and he somehow wants to always provoke a fight. I mean, otherwise, why don't you go e4, e5, and just be very solid?
Well, especially in the first game, he likes to do this. We noticed this a while back.
Yeah, but okay.
Has like knight d2 here, for instance.
Yeah, but also interesting, what Magnus has in mind. I almost said Vincent, because this position relates to Vincent. Yeah, it's a Caro-Kann.
But he can take and play knight e7, For instance, b4 takes, b5, knight e7.
You think you can take? Okay, rook c1. I was afraid to do this against
Queen a5.
Queen a5.
Now at least this knight controls this, the c8 square, right? So there is no mate.
Yeah, it controls, but I mean, I don't know. I have way too much respect for you in all these double-A sticky positions.
Okay, Praggnanandhaa is very, very practical, right? Just plays rook c1, wants to do the same thing, but without calculating.
Yeah, with 30 minutes on the clock, it also signals that he's into the position. Yeah, it's not exactly necessary that you know it move per move what you're gonna do, because okay, black has such a wide choice, but you have to know the spirit. Yeah, this is always my kind of key point in opening preparation, that you should not learn and memorize moves. Of course, you should do it if you can, but you have to understand the spirit, the soul of the position, and it does look to me that Pragg knows it. Yeah, because this small little rook e1, bishop g5, rook c1, and then he's not in a hurry to develop the initiative.
Yeah, black's problem is that he doesn't have an obvious move, because he could castle, but it's not obviously good, right? Because the king might be in danger.
Yeah, somehow castling. Okay, you don't have knight g5, but who knows? I do recall that in that game, Prague actually hit Vincent with some bishop f6 and then knight g5 attack. I'm not sure if, I mean, black seems to be quite well developed at the moment, but you should never rule out this.
Yeah, but white can even go like princess knight h2. Okay, it's an awkward move, but how do you protect that pawn on h5?
Yeah, we don't want to go g6, weakening the dark squares.
Yeah, I don't think you want to go g6. Yeah, I think it's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't think we can castle. We have to. I mean, what about your move that you anyway suggested with knight c6 to e7? Is that a move, or does it help us at all?
Well, I think white sometimes can even go like knight d4. And you still have a problem with your next move. Because you don't want to take on d4. I think you cannot castle. White is threatening knight b5. So what are you doing? Are you doing a6? What are you doing? It's just a bit strange to me.
Yeah, I have to sit and wait. Yeah, I mean, maybe a6 is kind of clever. Yeah, just make this useful move.
Yeah, maybe white doesn't have like an immediate forceful continuation.
But it's easy to get nervous with black. Yeah, because who knows? Who knows at this moment that time is on whose side? Yeah, that's the tricky part.
Yeah, maybe white can play like bishop f6 now. Some strange things could start happening. But also black's position is very difficult to break. This experience I also made on the white side of e5 Caro-Kann. I noticed that very often it looks overwhelming, but it's difficult to break because black's position is very central and very healthy.
Yeah, but Magnus doesn't feel so comfortable, that's for sure. Yeah, he has already burned quite some time.
I think he would much rather be white in this position.
Yes, for sure.
Much rather white, yeah.
Yeah, I think that this really looks good. And the big question is that, okay, while Magnus is thinking, we can maybe just have a quick look at other boards. For example, we are getting the message that Anish has maybe over-pushed in this open Spanish again. I mean, Shakriar also, I mean, we do know that he uses it quite often. Bishop e3 line. And then this pawn sacrifice with knight d4, yeah, which...
But knight d4 is not the move, right? Yeah.
It's not the move, yeah, that's how I feel.
Rook e1, right? And then takes, and then bishop d4.
Yeah, this is some very old classic, yeah. I remember when I was playing open Spanish myself in the 90s, then hang on, bishop takes g6.
Yeah, rook g7, rook takes e6, and then rook g6.
Yeah, or I think ag.
Yeah, ag and then rook back. Yeah, was
rook back to e2 or to e1, and this was like the starting position, and I was trying to hold this with black. It was a little bit suffering,
right?
But it's probably manageable, but it's suffering, yeah. In any case, okay, for sure there are a lot of new developments. But Anish's knight d4, I don't exactly understand what is this, because yeah, black takes the pawn. White's idea is probably to takes and give queen h5 check, but black goes g6. And after queen h3, queen d7, bishop h6, knight f7, it looks very nice for black.
Well, I mean, he played okay, it doesn't look over.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, white just started the game, but it doesn't feel like white is really fighting for the initiative much or for advantage after this pawn sacrifice.
Ah, it looks like maybe black can even go e5. Yeah, it looks like white is fighting for survival more than anything else. Yeah.
I mean, it's clear that black is doing fine, which would be great news for Shakriar. Then I see some very sharp and interesting position in Liam versus Arjun's game. Knight d5. Okay, I know that this is probably your influence, yeah? This is some...
No.
No?
No.
You are the classical bishop g6 type, yeah?
No, I mean, I don't really work on openings. My work is different.
But maybe you suggest that, okay, please go and take a look. It's interesting line.
But I think Arjun has played this many times. He also lost like a famous game in some Slav against Hans in, what was it, Malmö or whatever it was.
That's the case. Yeah, but okay, yeah, this c5 d5, it's a typical pawn sacrifice in these positions, but there are all kinds of differences, and who knows when this is dangerous, when it's a speculative pawn sacrifice.
But Liam also basically blitzed everything out.
Yes.
So we can maybe fast forward a bit to get where they got.
Yes,
This white
h4
sacrifice stuff, but got some attacking chances. Knight f6 is sweet. Yeah, you cannot take on e7.
Yes, then rook e8 traps the queen. He
So
returned queen c2 and went knight d5, and white went h5. So it's a razor sharp position.
Isn't h5 like little bit weird?
Well, it's
like
but it's also a
G5,
nervous move. No, I mean, white needs to create something.
Yeah, but g5, what do you do?
G5. Also, let's not forget that you will always have this knight before move. Yeah.
It's okay. h6, g6. I don't see how white is opening any files.
Yeah, well, I don't see the attack. Yeah, this is why I mentioned, yeah, that this d5 is sometimes great and brilliant, but sometimes it's just a speculative sacrifice.
I assumed this was some sort of home prep.
Yeah, but okay, I also believed, but doesn't look like finally. Yeah? I mean, show me the money. Yeah, where is the mate? And Arjun is already full of confidence after winning 2 matches. It will be tough. Okay, we will wait for the development. In the meantime, Magnus has opted for d5, d4. After going down to 6 minutes, yeah, so Magnus really burned a lot of time, and I don't think that he was too happy, but probably he felt like he needed to change the character of the position.
Well, the question is if this works tactically, like b4, for instance.
Yeah, where do we go?
Well, you cannot go to d5. Yeah, this I think I can promise you.
But actually, I would love to go there, but then c4 traps the queen. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. So what does it mean? That Magnus is trying to put, then he wants to go queen b6?
He probably wants to go queen b6.
There is no other. I mean, queen c4 looks suicidal somehow. Or does he want to go queen c4?
And then what, knight d2, like queen d3 or so?
Yeah.
But also I can take cd, but then queen b4. And if I play b5,
then I take dc.
You play dc and my tactics won't work, yeah?
Well, maybe they will. I don't know.
No,
but
they don't, because
I
you can
have
always
castles,
castle,
yeah?
You can always castle at the end.
Yes, just to show what we are talking about, that here after rook d1, white can't take cb because, okay, we give a check and then we castle. So we
or
say
rook
thank you.
d1 threatening mate, but then you can also castle. Yeah? Like,
Yes, of course, rook d1, threatening mate, but then we castle, and okay, this cb7 doesn't look frightening with this c3 pawn.
Well, just go queen c7 and pick up this pawn,
Yeah.
Rook b1, c2, and enough.
Enough is enough. So basically, okay, this direct play does not work. So maybe actually after b4, I want to try queen c4. I mean, it makes probably the only sense because queen b6 looks just too passive.
And if I go knight d2, queen d3, b5?
Okay, then I hope that I can already move my knight somewhere. Okay, knight a5. b4 played, we're gonna find out. Okay. No, Magnus goes queen b6. No queen c4 business. Okay. Queen b6, but this is very shaky. I mean,
I think also queen c4 was a bit shaky, yeah?
Yeah, no, everything is very shaky, yes. Exactly.
So b5,
I mean,
for instance?
Yeah, b5.
b5, once again, you can take on c3, right?
Yeah. And then we open up the d4 square. This should be fine for the knight. So yeah, now after queen b6.
Maybe try a5, no? Maybe we can get lucky somehow.
a5, queen b5. No, Prague goes b5. So okay, he goes for this Very
The
direct
D5
stuff.
DC, I didn't see a follow-up.
No, I also didn't see the follow-up, but probably he just plays some, yeah, d takes c3. We can't sacrifice the queen, yeah, it's too much.
I think that is too much. The king will hide on c8.
Yes,
There is no attack.
exactly. This doesn't work. So Prague just wants to move with the queen. I'm confused.
Maybe he let Magnus off the hook too easily here. Because if he gets to play knight d4 and castle short, then Magnus will be out of trouble. And once again, there will be no justice in this world.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe d5, d4 was working nicely. I mean, who knows? Because after queen b6, this is the best probably what white could do.
Now, after queen b6, we could look at million other moves like a5, like other moves. Yeah,
yeah, but okay, a5, queen b5, and still black is also kind of achieving something. Yeah, it's
if white doesn't have any tricks, yes.
Yes. And now Magnus is taking his time. So what is this? It would be very tempting to jump to d4, but then we will lose also some control. Other move would be just to go knight e7, but
what control do we lose after knight cd4?
I mean, okay, knight takes d4. We take knight, yeah, probably.
Probably, but I mean, I don't see an immediate refutation of some other capture, like queen d4.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just some slow play. Yeah, rook takes c3. And then but it doesn't look so bad for black. Yeah, I don't know. It's strange.
Because you could go rook d1, yeah, and then somehow take on d7. Maybe that's dangerous. Like rook cd1.
Yeah, that looks dangerous. Magnus goes knight c7. Yeah, he wants to have access to this d5 square at some point.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't understand why he needs to exchange the knight, which is going to a lovely square.
Yeah, and this knight on f3 isn't so impressive, yeah? That's true.
This knight has feelings.
Yeah. Yeah, sharp. I mean, we do see that computer gives some advantage for white, but this doesn't look trivial and doesn't look so easy to understand why it is really better. It does help for black that he managed to get this d5, d4. Now he's ready to castle and then eventually jump with the knight to d5. Rook takes c3 played.
Yeah, now he can safely castle.
Yeah, and okay, now we are back to some Caro-Kann territory, yeah, where white might have some initiative, but black feels like, okay, I'm solid enough.
Black is very solid. Yeah? His next move might be a6 and start some exchanges, right?
Yeah, break on the problem is that whenever we go knight d5, then the rook on f8 is dead. Yeah, that the bishop controls the d8 diagonal. I mean the h4 d8 diagonal, and also the rook controls c8. So this is the only drawback that black has. And in this regard, Rustam's idea of playing a6 and eventually going ab and then maybe with rook a8, we can activate that rook.
Yeah, I mean, this feels very, very solid to me for black. Because also knight d5 is maybe difficult, but rook f d8, for instance, is quite possible, yeah, in most positions.
Yeah, with the knight on e7. Yeah, it also feels like now the difficult part for Magnus has ended, yeah, because now the position clarified. Now he knows what he's aiming for. Yeah, before it was very difficult because it was a mysterious position. Making out, and you had to calculate tons of tactics that how do you open, can you open at all? Now it's maybe objectively a little bit better for white if you play with computer precision, but humanly speaking, in a blitz game, I think black has nothing to worry about.
Yeah, it looks fine. Yeah. Also, I think one of our viewers in the chat is completely right. He says, once the queen left the square d1, there is no sharpness in the position because h5 is not hanging and white doesn't have the attack anymore. Yeah.
Exactly. Very good point. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good point. Once there is no attack, then difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, difficult. Yeah, Prague now goes queen c2, trying to double on the c file, which also isn't exactly clear where it's going, but knight d5 is probably met by rook c8. That's the trick.
But then black can also play rook c7, right? How bad can it be?
Just like this, yeah. True.
So I think this rook is a bit awkward, yeah. If we can get it
rid
out
of
of
it,
d7, then it's...
Then even this is possible. Then actually knight d5. Then maybe I should just go rook c4. Yeah, tough, very tough to see how it progresses. Magnus down to 4 minutes 20.
Yeah, knight d5, rook c4, for instance, a6. Yeah, I have a feeling that black just has a really nice position.
Yeah, maybe you can even then argue that why to include knight d5. Yeah, the knight is still flexible enough on e7.
Well, I'm just beginning to get ambitious, yeah? Maybe I don't want to allow bishop takes e7.
Even like this, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, and you don't look at the clocks, yeah, that you are 2 minutes behind?
Well, I trust Magnus.
Okay, that's an argument.
We had this during my first broadcast with Gusti at some point. We were doing the legends, the one where you actually played.
Yes.
And at some point, you know, Magnus would be down to like 20 seconds. And I would be like, he has 20 seconds. And Gusti was like, don't worry about him. Yeah, you got this. Yeah, it's all good.
He still has 20 seconds. Yeah, it's...
like he can still make like 70 moves in these 20 seconds. I don't know how he does it. You know?
Yes. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Yeah, knight d5, rook c4. Yeah, so white wants to keep the tension. And this is the moment when Rustam claims that with a6, he might get ambitious.
Yeah, or rook c7 also here. Yeah, I think black has a bunch of very solid looking moves.
Yeah, but Magnus needs to speed up a bit. Yeah, this is his only problem, that he will be under 3 minutes.
Well, this happened to him yesterday, right? He was making good moves against Liam, but at some point the reality of having no time caught up with him, right, as the game proceeded.
Yeah, we have seen that. Yeah, that's true. This is, I mean, I think in rapid chess, always very important to keep some extra time. Yeah, he does go for rook c7. He trades the rooks because it gives you so much more comfort. Yeah, you know that in critical positions you can think when even you know that you have a normal, solid, good position, but under time pressure, you feel like you have to act instantly, and you might miss a critical moment in the future.
No, one thing that having time really makes easier is conversion. Like when you are winning and you have a lot of time on your clock, this is when things usually work out. And I think this is what Magnus is not afraid of. Yeah, he thinks if he's winning, he will also win with half a minute on the clock. I think he believes this.
Yes, I think that I was also a big believer that I will do it, but then I failed many times and I learned my lesson. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's always good to have a bit more time, at least to save some of your nerves. Yeah.
Exactly, and because then also you can end up losing the winning position, and then you just go crazy.
Yes, yes. No, I mean that's what I also understood. Yeah, there are two reasons to lose a winning position. One of them is having a weak king. So sometimes you are winning, but your king is weak. Yeah, this creates all sorts of disbalances. And also when your time situation is not perfect, yeah, this can get out of control.
Yes, exactly. Because usually with even little time, but you know that you are winning, you only look for good continuations. Yeah, you never want to bail out, or you never consider some safety option. Yeah, you want to win. And then you can just end up blundering heavily.
Yeah, that can happen. Yeah.
Yeah, and okay, now what to do with white? Yeah, we also see the evaluation bar already kind of confirms what we are feeling, that black is fine. Black is in fact threatening not to play rook f8 to c8, so Magnus very nicely fighting for this c file.
Probably just keeping the sober approach, take on c7, queen c7, exchange queens.
But aren't you afraid that you might be tortured a bit here?
Play rook c1. I think I have the c file. Yeah, I think I should be fine.
Yeah, that's true.
And then king f1. I mean, I understand it's nothing, but I also don't think why I should lose this.
Yeah, but hang on. Prague goes knight d2 and he allows rook f c8.
Yeah, this I was not happy to allow this.
Yeah, now he captures. Yeah, because okay, the knight is trying to go active with knight e4, but I don't see where this knight is heading.
No, but he cannot abandon the c file. I mean, it's such a big file.
Ah, this was his idea. But okay, some queen d4 is coming. Black is entering. That's the spirit of the Caro-Kann, how you are winning how you imagine eventually winning the game in Caro-Kann, yeah? Queen d4. Ah, but no, bishop protects the knight, pardon me.
No, I mean, queen d4, for instance, and queen takes a4 is by no means clear.
Yes.
But maybe we also have other moves, yeah? Yeah.
Exactly. Then I prefer not to. But yeah, Magnus goes queen d4. It's very human. You just don't want to touch anything on the king side. Yeah, keep this pawn on g7.
I wonder if Black has something interesting after queen h5.
I mean, many things are interesting. Yeah, rook c2 is interesting.
Yeah. But maybe just queen takes a4, just picks up both pawns, probably, right? At the end.
Yeah, probably you have. The big question is that do you want to include rook c2 first, or you might feel that after you're gonna miss the chance of taking the pawn?
Yeah, somehow didn't want to calculate rook e4. Yeah, I thought just take on a4 and.
Yeah, because these guys are not really going, and of course it's very famous. Yeah, queen h5, queen a4 on the board. That this fourth rank queen is working perfectly with knight f5. White can't play the typical queen g4 and then h5, h6 because the queen controls the fourth rank. Yeah, on the board. Yeah, Pragg goes knight e4. I mean, he's preparing some sacrifices on f6, but again, then the knight on f5 is a monster defender protecting the g7
maybe
square.
he prepares knight d6, yeah, which is maybe a more realistic way of causing trouble.
But okay, queen takes b5. How much trouble is knight d6?
These two pawns, they disappeared like with a magic trick, right?
Yeah, they just vanished. Yeah, they were kind of quite important, covering squares. And also Black will have this queen b4 hitting the rook.
And now also Black has two passed pawns, yeah. So White needs to act with urgency.
Yeah, but where are the mating threats? Okay, at least after knight e4, Pragg made sure that he might be able to retreat the queen to g4 or something.
But I cannot go knight d6. Yeah, I'm calculating some bullshit lines, but they're not working. Yeah, knight d6.
But I just want to include queen b4, no? Double attack.
Sort of, yes.
Can I be primitive?
And if rook e4, my tactics won't work. Yeah, queen b1, king h2, you'll take, and you take queen e4.
Yes.
Yeah, no, my tactics don't work.
Yeah, this should work for Black. I mean, it's very tough now on Pragg, and actually Magnus is up on the clock.
Yes. And bringing like rook to d1, trying to mate you on d8 later.
Yeah, or eventually some rook takes d5, knight f6.
Well, yeah,
check.
to create some
Yes.
tactical chances. Yeah, rook d1.
Yeah, on the board, rook d1 played.
Okay.
The tactical vision, yeah.
At least we think alike. Yeah, this probably won't work, but we think alike with Pragg.
Yeah, of course. I mean, okay, now White only has one chance. Yeah, he has to try to get to Black's king, otherwise it's lost. Black has two powerful knights, has extra pawn, and also good pieces on the queen side.
Yeah, it feels like maybe he overestimated the attack, yeah, to abandon his queen side like this.
Yeah, he went with the flow, yeah, that he really wanted to go for the attack. He did not want to trade on c7, which is not Pragg style. Yeah, go for some endgame, and then, okay, he sees the knight on d5, I'm not going to win. And then he loses the interest. Probably he's so ambitious that he wants to create. And then he have seen that this probably is a murky double-edged position, but I don't think that he thought that it might be dangerous for him.
But maybe it's good, yeah. I mean, somehow nobody really attacks Magnus. Maybe it's good if sometimes, you know, he also has to defend.
Yes, exactly. I mean, this is how usually Pragg was also beating Magnus, yeah, with some counterplay, with some direct attack or something. This is how I remember the games.
Maybe rook c8 now, yeah, to cover the
back rank, yeah.
The back rank, yeah.
And then rook d5, you are not afraid of.
And I thought maybe I have queen b1 check.
Yeah, you have queen b1, but e5 is hanging with a check. I mean, rook d7 you can, but queen e5 f4.
But rook d7 I also have. Okay, even f6 I have.
Yeah, also you have probably
I also
G6.
have rook f8.
You also have rook, but maybe even g6 because you are eliminating the e5 pawn as well with check.
Yeah, I mean, it cannot be dangerous for black.
Yeah, no. It's of course you have a lot of moves, but Magnus down to 40 seconds. Yeah, Magnus knows that he should have many options. Yeah. He goes rook d7.
Rook d7. I thought I have rook c1. Yeah, but also we need to calculate rook d5, queen d5. Black will get queen d1 check.
Yeah, that's the key idea of Magnus, that knight f6, gf, bishop f6, setting queen h8 checkmate, but there is a counter queen d1 check forcing the tail of queens.
But I thought rook c1 now would give white attacking chances, because how do you prevent?
Yeah, I mean, okay, of course Magnus can first repeat with rook c7.
No, but then I will take and play knight f6.
Okay, yeah, that's your trick, yeah. But no, hang on, then gf, bishop f6, knight g7, and knight c8.
Knight c8, or even queen b1, queen g6, yeah?
Yes, just... These are so tricky things. Yeah, the knight might be jumping, and somewhere queen is getting back to g6. Yeah, queen g4, just keeping the status quo, yeah?
This is getting dangerous for black, right? Because he's under direct attack, and 40 seconds is not a lot of time when you...
Not at all, yeah. White has a very clear play with h5, h6. Yeah, Magnus is running away. First of all, white can now probably play queen h5 and force the repetition.
You know, I have a feeling Prague is probably ambitious.
Yeah, Prague is ambitious. I mean, all his play was with yeah, okay, queen h5 played. Magnus goes king g8. Lot of tension in the game. This rook d1 was a very powerful practical move. Yeah, with all this rest hanging in the air, basically you are never sure. You can never feel safe. The clocks are equal, 50 seconds each. Yeah, queen g4. I mean, it's kind of a, I feel, knowing that it's a match, it's very understandable and would be very logical if the players finally think that, yeah, the repetition is correct.
Yeah, maybe it's difficult to deviate for both of them without kind of taking too much risk.
Yeah, with this time, because it can cost them the game and the match. And Magnus goes knight b6. Wow. All right. Magnus goes for it with 30 seconds on the clock.
He's not easily terrified, is he?
No, not at all. But what is knight f6 check? Gf6, bishop f6,
king f8,
king f8, rook c1.
But rook c1 has no immediate threat, right?
Well, queen h4, yeah, I mean, okay, it's a very complex position. Plug down to 20 seconds. In any case, he's calculating this piece sacrifice for sure. He goes bishop f6. No, bishop f6 is...
Bishop f6 also feels slow, feels...
Yeah, because also you can trade the rooks.
No, bishop f6, it just feels so slow, yeah? Very slow.
No. This knight on f5 is a monster, yeah, protecting the g7 pawn.
Knight d7, knight... Yeah, knight d7.
Yeah, knight d7, attacking the f6 bishop, targeting the e5 pawn, threatening some queen d5 as well.
Okay, I missed bishop g7 and queen takes d7, but black probably has...
No, but bishop g7, king g7.
King g7, yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
also, knight g7, queen d7, queen b1 check also works, so it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, Magnus is super happy now. Prague is down to 10. No, he should have somehow tried something, because this is hopeless.
Yeah, no, bishop f6, this was really kind of slow.
Yeah, queen c1. Also, queen c6 looks good enough for... Yeah, queen c6, and what happens? On the board?
Black will finally win some ending, yeah? Okay, there's no ending yet.
Queen f4. At some point also, black might just take this bishop, yeah? Or you think with 20 seconds on the clock, you just don't want to calculate? But Magnus goes for
I'm not sure there is so much to calculate, because white is maybe not threatening so much.
Yeah, also you have some knight f8 if you want. Yeah, then there are so many options. Yeah, no threats. Yeah, the knight is protecting everything. White will have to play some h5, g4, but it's too slow.
Yeah, maybe because g4 knight. Okay, g4 is some sort of an idea. Yeah?
But Magnus down to 10 seconds. Yeah, he did play king h7 with 7 seconds on the clock. He's now
He
back
walks
to
into
17.
checks, right? A bit. Queen g4, maybe.
He's completely fearless. Yeah, then queen c1 check. Yeah, if the queen moves.
And then queen h6, yeah?
Yeah, queen c1, queen h6. But then knight g5 check. No, that might be tricky.
Or queen e1 and then knight e5, some such stuff.
Yeah, I mean, of course, queen c1 check we definitely give. Hang on, now knight g5 check.
King g8.
Knight takes e6, queen g6. Yeah, that's it. But okay, yeah, Magnus is amazing. Yeah, that how he finds all this and took the courage to deviate with knight b6 from the repetition and so on. Very impressive stuff.
He's definitely not a coward, yeah, this one.
Yeah, I mean, he's such a believer, yeah, in his power. I mean, okay, rightly so. If he's complaining of dropping a point in this incredible tournament, then he puts the standards very high. Yeah, queen g6, and it's basically game over.
Yeah, this is basically over. Queen c4, yeah.
Yeah,
you just have to make sure you don't take knight f6.
Yes, knight f6, queen c8 check, and then knight f8 fork would be terrible. Winning the queen, but Magnus
so maybe he needs to take on e6, yeah? Queen e6, queen f7, queen f5, knight f6.
Yeah, he goes for it, but okay. All right, this is bad, but still at least some hope of pushing the pawns and giving millions of checks.
Yeah, maybe just like f3, g4, and suddenly we have a new lease of life, right?
Well, it's a big question how much, because you are setting some king g7, queen d5 stability, yeah? Yeah, he goes, yeah, plug goes g4. He wants to hurry. He wants to push this knight away as quickly as possible, but yeah, no, it's hard to believe, yeah?
Queen g5 check, king h7, yeah?
Yeah, no checks, and then already also the queen is standing in all the trades. Where to hide this queen?
Well, you can go king g3, yeah, but then at some point just a5.
A5, yeah, suddenly this pawn starts to advance.
It will be like we suspected, yeah? These two pawns will decide the game.
Yeah, the two extra pawns. King g1 played, yeah, trying not to win any checks, but yeah, just Magnus starts pushing the pawn. And then we see that Black's construction is incredibly solid.
Yeah, apparently all my predictions today were wrong, yeah? Arjun is winning.
Wow.
Wesley is
pushing, yeah?
Wesley is sort of pushing. Anish is fighting.
Okay, but you can't be right all the time, yeah? That's also, I mean, like this, we understand that you are human, yeah? Otherwise, what is it? Why are you sitting with us? Yeah, you should just be working for some big company or something, yeah? That you simply know everything.
Well, if I knew everything, yeah, I wouldn't have to work here, I assure you.
Yes. Or okay, maybe just you enjoy it so much, yeah, that actually you are hired from all these places, but you are still enjoying our company, yeah.
Well, that too could I could see this happening, yes.
Yes. I mean, look at this combo. There is not a single check, yeah. This is terrifying, and the knight will land on f4 or whatever. It's hopeless.
He's very good at setting his pieces in such a way that he cannot blunder anything.
Yeah. No, this was incredibly impressive. The position will look so scary. He also went down all the way to 6 minutes already in the late opening phase, yeah, and he opted for d4 and he never panicked. Yeah, he had a clear plan, followed it, and And here we have the result. Vasily won. Vasily won, and he is looking, because he understands that this is a very important match. Queen a5 check. Magnus will probably just take this pawn, yeah?
So Wesley is in the actual fight for the second place now, right?
Yeah, queen d5, of course. Yeah, queen d5 just forces resignation, yeah, because queen h1 checkmate is a threat. And after the queen trade, yeah, that's it. Pragg designs. What a win! And exactly, Wesley is very much in the mix for second place after beating Duda with the black pieces. And Magnus very happy. I mean, he should be happy and proud of himself how he handled this position. Pragg is checking the game a bit because he felt like there was some initiative. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Pragg has this feeling that there was much more in this game that what he finally managed to get.
It really felt wrong, yeah, on all levels, and just felt so slow.
But okay, let's jump right into the Anish Giri Shakti Mamedov game. What a construction, yeah, and Anish goes for the bishop sacrifice, eliminates these pawns, but it comes the cost. Or is this bishop getting
I think he'll
trapped?
just take bishop f4, no?
But is it a winning attempt, or you want to bail out, or you just want to press, yeah? With bishop
I mean, I just don't want to have this bishop. Yeah, it looks so useless to me.
Yeah, this bishop is behind. But okay, you can keep it with bishop c1, yeah?
Yeah, it feels a bit humiliating.
Yeah, I mean, queen c3, rook c7, rook c5, and it's tricky.
Well, after rook c5, it's no longer tricky.
Yeah. I mean, okay, I can pull the last trick with queen d5 check. It's a shocker, but you just move away with the king. Yeah, it won't shock you too much. All right, so not easy. Down to 30 seconds.
And okay, Arjun won, so this is our actually last game, yeah?
Last game, yeah. Bishop b4. Shakhriyar doesn't want to give back the bishop. He wants to hide on a3, yeah, if you keep on harassing with queen c4.
Yeah, queen c4, or even queen b3 is a move, right?
Queen b3 is a move, yeah.
Where does he hide then?
But okay, I hide on a3.
But it's such an awkward place to be, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. But also d5 makes a lot of sense. Opening up the d4 square for some check, and opening up the rook. Down to 19 seconds. Both players.
Yeah, this one is e5 is ambitious, right? He still wants to win.
Well, definitely wants to win and also to close the diagonal. But yeah, white nevertheless got his queen to d4.
Difficult to make moves. Yeah, now rook b7 check is dangerous. Rook b7, where do we go?
Yeah, bishop e1 played. I mean, yeah, you were claiming that you don't know what to do with this bishop, yeah?
I don't want it on e1 either.
Yeah, but rook b7, do you checkmate me or can I go to h6?
King h6, queen f4 check.
Yeah, g5. It does look like checkmate, but I'm setting queen takes d5. Queen f6, rook b7, now king h6. Now it's perfect. This is what Shakhriyar was playing for.
Again, now the pawn on a5 is also hanging. Yeah, I mean, he should have never pushed it there.
And rook e2 check is coming.
Now he'll lose this pawn for free.
Shakhriyar in his element.
So he did not have time to repair the engine, right?
No, yeah, Anish keeps... I mean, okay, this wasn't... I mean, we don't know exactly what it was. Did he mix up or... Because with knight d4, knight takes d5, immediately from the opening, he was in trouble. Yeah, this pawn gets to a7, now the bishop comes back.
And bishop c3, rook d7, he will try to...
Yeah, try to stop the diagonal.
How exactly do you bring the bishop and where?
Well, I can also play bishop d2.
Bishop d2 and just king...
Take the pawn. If king f3, then rook a3 check.
Yeah, nothing works, right?
Yeah, doesn't seem to. But okay, bishop c3, rook d7, bishop b4. Similar idea, rook c7 runs into bishop d6.
It's even more forcing, yeah? Just...
Yeah. No, of course, there is no way that White can even put up any resistance here. Wow, which means if Shakhriyar wins this, we're gonna see 4 black game victories. I mean, bouncing back, yeah, after yesterday's 4-0 massacre by White, black will be crushing.
Yeah, that's unusual, right? Yeah.
I think it never happened before in the tour. Also, it never happened that White won 4 games, but that the very next day black is bouncing back like this, it's payback time. Yeah, that's it. I mean, okay, this is completely hopeless. Yeah, Anish goes look f7. He will try to go f5 and trade one pair of pawns, but this is...
Apparently, Shakhriyar hasn't won any games in a very long time, yeah? We know he lost 4 matches in a row, but also in all those matches, he didn't win a game, right?
Yeah, 15 games without winning a single game. So he will be very happy, and probably that will help him to navigate through the night. Yeah, because this night session, if you start terribly, I believe that's just a very big handicap. If you have something to look forward to, yeah, if you get some extra energy and then suddenly you think like, wow, the sun is shining even at night, then it's so much easier to play. And okay, Anish just completely lost it.
Yeah.
Rook takes a7. FG8G. I mean, this is a long corner, but black has a g6 pawn, not h7 pawn. So this is completely trivial victory. Just slowly advance and you just collect.
A wrong pawn, but a wrong corner, but a correct pawn, right?
Exactly. Yeah, this is like a dream scenario. So okay. I don't know. Do you think that people only play this in on? I can't really imagine that over the board anyone would still be playing this position.
Yeah, and I also think Anish would not normally play it in online chess either.
Yeah, he's
it
just too depressed.
Somehow he just seems also his posture. He seems frozen in himself. Yeah, he seems just kind of thoroughly unhappy.
Yeah, looks. I mean, I don't know. I hope that he doesn't have any health issues, yeah, because suddenly not only that his games deteriorated so much, but also on the interview, I mean, he didn't look so fresh. Yes, I mean, it's like if something happened to him, I don't know. We don't know we don't have any information. It's only I'm speculating that, I mean, basically, something doesn't look right. Yeah.
Basically, you're just worried about your boy. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I mean, okay, it's. No, this is hard. I was so happy when seeing Anish in the first 2 days with all this confidence, with total control, and he just completely lost it in a couple of days. Yeah, just like a different person.
Yeah, no, the shift was remarkable from absolutely flawless performance on day 1 to an absolutely incredible comeback on day 2, and then to like a complete downfall from there.
Yeah, complete meltdown. Yeah, just nothing worse. I mean, you can lose games and you can be unlucky and things, but he's just not himself. Yeah, he's just playing horrible chess for his standards, not being himself at all. I even feel this game is going on way too long. This is just nothing to add. Yeah, that's the problem. So we can only speculate that what is wrong with Anish, because it's just too much of a different person. Okay, now finally Rook A2 check is also coming. White's king will be forced to the first rank, and yeah, that's it. Anish designs. Oh my God, yeah, this is so uncharacteristic. In the opening also that Anish after knight d7 with this knight d4, we don't understand what happened, because this is definitely not the move.
Yeah, a remarkable first round, right? With 4 black wins and also completely uncharacteristic games. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So everyone takes the lead. Very important, of course, for the tournament that Magnus Carlsen has won, because if Magnus wins this match, then he wins the tournament, because he is 4 points up ahead of Duda. And of course, thereafter, Wesley winning the first game with the black pieces has all the chances to win the match as well. So things are looking very good for Magnus. And there we have there we had the standings as well. We didn't have a chance to look at Duda. Maybe we have 1.5 2 minutes before the start of the next game just to see which opening. I mean, wow, that this you can win so many games with this d takes c4 c5. I mean, people are winning. Usually this is a drawish setup. Yeah, you just want to make sure that your opponent doesn't get any chances to win in the Catalan. But now people are winning games. Okay, this is already a sharp. Yeah, this is a sharp line. I mean, white is trying to go for the maximum, but it also gives black a lot of play. AC knight a5. This was dope. I was wondering that from where did this come from, but yeah, now I see it was just a normal double H position. But I'm very happy with something like this with black.
Yeah, black also has chances, right? And,
exactly.
And the final position in the game is an illustration of this chance, yeah? The passed pawn that somehow materialized on the queen side.
Yeah, here already we see that, yeah, black is taking over, that's for sure. White is on the defensive. And yeah, basically Duda was suffering. Yeah, okay, lost the pawn, and yeah, after that, Wesley converted, and as Rustam highlights, the final position illustrates everything, that White's kingside construction was also not very promising, and this extra a-pawn decided the game. Huge victory. By the way, we're gonna have liftoff any second, so let me pull up the games. Magnus Carlsen against Pragnanda is our main game of the day, of course. And the previous game already showed that why we have been looking forward to this match so much. Yeah, Prague was fighting for the initiative, but Magnus, with some incredible calm and smart play, managed to neutralize the initiative.
Yeah, although I mean, we did have the feeling that Prague had a fair share of chances, right, in this sharpness, but somehow things didn't work out for him.
Yeah, didn't, because Magnus was just way too sharp, and also there with 30 seconds on the clock, he dared to avoid the repetition of moves. Yeah, that showed a lot of confidence and that he's just so sharp. Wesley coming. Already Arjun and Liam started their game. We are seeing this. Okay, good. So finally someone after d4, knight f6, bishop f4 didn't got provoked for g6. And then this knight c3 d5 business. Just playing classical chess. d5 e3, show me the money. All right, this is slow business. And Wesley saw against Duda is d4, knight f6, c4, and g6. Duda showing some signs of fighting spirit. Yeah, he doesn't want to play his classical knight f6, e6 setup. He's ready to or willing to take risks.
He used to be a Grunfeld player, right?
Yeah, there was a moment when for quite some time. Yeah, there you have it. Grunfeld, knight c3 d5 on the board, and Magnus opted for b3. Adiban Jobava spirit, b3 d5 on the board. But come on, would you dare to play b3 against an Indian player? I mean, knowing that Adiban is all around the place, probably they are blitzing, they are teasing each other, discussing it. Wow, it's again like asking for or inviting Prague for a very interesting fight.
I mean, b3 is not a bad move, yeah?
No, it's not a bad move, but it's after all not Magnus's main stuff, yeah? And Prague might be extremely well prepared. You never know.
Yeah. No, I think basically, as Magnus said himself a couple of days ago, when he wins the first game, he basically thinks that he can do whatever he likes.
Or there is another catch, yeah, that Prague has been confronted with b3 so much that he got way too much respect for it, yeah, and he wants to be super solid. For example, if Black wants to be very solid, he can just play e6, bishop e7, and see, like, I don't want to be provoked. I let you play, for example, double fianchetto, and then we get positions like we could get from the Reti as well. So there are different ways to approach this one b3 move.
I think you just read too much into this. Just b3.
Okay, I mean the cowboys, yeah, Adiban, Spirit, everything, the chessable courses, all these tweets between Anish. I do remember that there was this
How
tweet.
do you have the time to read all this?
Well, I have been involved with the tour. Yeah, I was following everything. I mean, there was this moment, you know, when Adiban was threatening the chess world, that his course is coming out and that he will play B3 in his participation in the Champions Chess Tour. And Anish was saying that, okay, no problem, I'm ready, I'm waiting for you. And then I was waiting for this game, and Adiban played B3 and crushed Anish. You know, of course, how can you forget it? Yeah, it was just fantastic stuff. Because I wanted to learn from Anish. Yeah, I have so much respect that, okay, finally, I'm a lazy guy. I'm now a commentator. And also for candidates and world championship matches, okay, Beast is not the main priority. So let Anish show us how to play, and then it will be so easy. But we didn't get a final answer, unfortunately.
It is a funny one, yeah.
Yeah, very. I mean, okay, Adiban is always a pleasure. Yeah, so E6 Prague just wants to be very solid, very classical. On the other hand, look at this. Evaluation bar already claims some advantage for white. So what is it? This is a reversed Queen's Indian. Yeah, usually I was having this position with the black side with the bishop on C1 kind of, yeah. And knight's white to move. It's excellent. And one extra move.
Yeah. Adiban, I haven't seen
probably I should also start playing B3. Maybe it's not too late, yeah?
Okay, you never play chess, yeah? Where do you want to start playing B3?
Yeah, but not to play chess, just to play B3, you know, this will be my chess.
You could do this before a Bundesliga, you know, next time you play a Bundesliga, you just tweet. Whoever will be playing me on Saturday, I will play 1 B3. Be ready, you know?
Get ready, exactly.
And then you perform an Adiban. Yeah, you come, you play B3, you crash, you go back, you'll be so happy.
Of course, I mean, okay, but I already feel the spirit. Yeah, Queen's Indian reverse. This is, I mean, extra tempo. And you see, Magnus is now thinking, because the big question is, what do you with this tempo? I mean, how do you fight for advantage, or do you just try to get a normal playable position and take it from there?
Well, you can go bishop b5 check and play like Bogo Spirit.
Yeah, okay, bishop b5, bishop d7. Yeah, we want to be solid.
Yeah, and then it's not playing for advantage, right? It's more or less playing for equality. Exactly. Or you can play like Yu Yang style, yeah, like g3, yeah, and suddenly create a double fianchetto from nothing.
Yes. Actually, Magnus was doing this in the Catalan, yeah, that he was trying, he was mixing things up with b3. And also sometimes some reti move order. Yeah, this is very much in Magnus' spirit, but I still don't see him playing g3 at this moment. I mean, the match situation doesn't ask for g3.
Yeah, also in some similar position, I think once Mamedyarov against me played like rook g1.
Here or in something
in some
similar,
such position, yeah, play rook g1, g4, you know, and started making it interesting.
Yeah. I mean, whenever people play rook g1, it signals a message. Yeah, I want to crush you. I have no respect. Yeah.
It's not an easy message to get during the game.
Exactly. Yeah. Automatically, you tend to go on the defensive, or you get this spirit that, okay, now then I punish you. I mean, okay, you really underestimate. You think like you can do anything against me, and then it turns out that rook g1 is a good move.
Yeah. And it's a dangerous mindset to have. You have to be vindictive during a game. Yeah, trying to punish your opponent. Not a good mindset.
Yeah. Magnus goes for the classical stuff. Yeah, d4, very sensible.
But on the other hand, this rook g1 over the board still feels better than if Mamedyarov would actually message me. You know, if he would actually message me on my phone saying, I have no respect for you, I want to crush you. I think this would feel worse.
Wow, but d4, bishop d6, I don't like. Yeah, d takes c5. Now, black is really getting this dream kind of stuff. Yeah, with a3, c4, and black has lost a couple of... I mean, black has lost the tempo because this is a reverse stuff. Yeah, you are supposed to be tempi up, and then even bishop d6 and bishop takes c5. I'm not liking this.
Yeah, white is probably very comfortable here. Could play c4, could go bishop b5, could do a lot of things.
Yeah, it's the question even that how you want to approach the game already. Wow, because Mamed Jadovanish, they of course finished late. They will start, I guess, in a minute. Let's check out on Wesley against Duda now that we see that Magnus is placed relatively calm. So Wald, Grünfeld, this is your territory. Tell us everything.
I wish I could.
I mean, I know that back in when was your Grünfeld spirit during the FIDE Grand Prix? You played it, no, the Grünfeld or not?
I think it was about like from 2000, I think 11 to 2013. Yeah, had this
Exact. That's why I relate you with the Grünfeld. Yeah, of course. Yeah. E3 Bishop E6. Yeah, holding on to the pawn.
Yeah. Now, in some ways, these are happy days, yeah, when you spend your time preparing good openings with black and you play top players. This is not bad, yeah. It's not.
It's great. Not, I mean, I think it's the happiest times in life, yeah, if this is possible. But the problem is that if you keep on preparing, but you have nowhere to play, then it's very sad, yeah.
No, I think you have to play, yeah, or you shouldn't prepare.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, b6 knight g5. That's the problem of this bishop e6.
I think this is something already went slightly wrong for black, no?
Yeah, I don't think that you are supposed to be maybe against bishop h4, but not against bishop f4. No, you are supposed to be just playing some c5, or even you don't take on c4, you play c5. Solid
yeah,
stuff.
You play c5. There are all sorts of lines. There is also a line where you just, I think, castle here, giving the pawn on c7 or letting it hang at least. But like dc e3, bishop e6, queen b1, it just, I think, doesn't work the way he's doing it.
Yeah, because now after knight g5, bishop e6, e4, h6 is a thematic move. Yeah, that ed5 is met by hg5, and then queen takes d5. That would be fine for black. But now white just retreats, bishop e6, and white opted for bishop e5. Okay, maybe there was even something else, but bishop e5. Okay, now we can at least castle, yeah?
Yeah, I actually wonder if white could play d5. But maybe it's too much talent.
Which move?
Instead of bishop e5, d5.
And you give bishop takes cc check?
Yeah, bishop d2.
Wow. But I have the feeling that Duda is playing for a win in this game, and then Wesley is actually the one who wants to be solid, but Duda doesn't want to let him be solid. He offers him, okay, crush me if you can, but I want to get chances.
Well, but also, I mean, Duda playing f6 is...
Exactly, this is what I mean. Yeah, it's like he's really trying to make it a street fight.
It's not pretty. Yeah, f6 is not pretty. Like bishop g3, what the hell is f6, no?
Yeah, but probably thinking that, okay, Wesley is so solid with the black pieces. Yeah, he wants to get counter chances. And you see f6, c6, holding on to the pawn, not allowing white not to regain this pawn so easily.
And if a4?
A4, then can we go a6 or not? That would be the spirit, no?
And somehow I feel that even if white plays bishop e2, castles, rook d1, black's position will be in some ruins.
Yeah, I mean, this construction is horrible, of course, but let's just see one time. So takes, okay, black plays something like, I don't know, b5 or knight d7 first.
But b5 already allows d5 and knight d4, I think.
Yeah, no, okay, knight d7, we're gonna go. And then rook d1, yeah, you claimed or mentioned.
Yeah, rook d1.
And then b5, d5.
d5, yes, takes, knight d4.
Bishop f7.
Knight c6.
Oof.
I don't think you will like it.
Oof. I'm not liking, not at all. None of it, not a single move, but I have to make the moves here. Yeah, this is horrible. Queen e8, ed5, it almost feels like resigns.
Yeah, no, it's not a good opening. I mean, this h6, g6, f6 does not help black.
But we are going along these lines. Yeah, a4, a6 on the board. It's also very logical. What can black do if you already said A? You have to go with, you have to continue saying B. But Wesley gets a golden chance. Bishop G5 Grünfeld. I mean, it's supposed to be quite harmless. It's a big nothing, I think, but it suits perfectly the match situation. Yeah, that you know that you don't want to give any chances for your opponent in the Grünfeld.
But Bishop G5 always requires precise reaction.
Yes.
It's nothing, of course, but it always required some reaction.
These are the typical. Okay, let me check it, and I also want to win like this. And then you check it, and in every single line, black is perfectly fine. And then you think like, oh my God, so what is this? Yeah, Bishop E2, our game. So this is Rustam versus Peter.
I think Wesley was tempted because he also had D5 instead of Bishop E2.
Yeah, but why to rush? Yeah.
Yeah, why? Because he has a nice position. He knows this.
Exactly. I mean, once you see that you have these castles and then Rook D1, D4, D5 idea, then I think you realize that okay, you just don't need to rush. But okay, Duda is very tricky, yeah, because look at this. His position is suspicious. It's dubious probably, but he's up on the clock. He is like 4.5 minutes up on the clock. This is his practical chance.
And he's optimistic.
And he's optimistic, yeah. Castles. I mean, we also have this original standard Rook A7, Rook D7, but it looks so terrible that I did not dare to suggest.
Yeah, also there, Rook A7, D5, and Knight D4 lands you in all sorts of tactical problems.
Yeah, no, it's... I just wanted to highlight that, yeah, guys, always look out for this idea. It exists, but it simply doesn't work here, I believe. And Knight D7, Rook D1. How can I improve my play? Yeah, Duda is going for this, but he won't be enjoying it.
Probably not.
I mean, is there some, but Rook D1, F5, you also hit me with D5.
I mean, black can try to be prudent, yeah, like play Rook D1 and then Queen C8 and just sort of avoid weakening for a while.
Oof, yeah. Yeah, maybe this is the move that is required. All right, we keep an eye on this. Let's move on. I mean, Duda is trying to provoke Wesley. Wesley is maybe even happy to be provoked. We're gonna come back. What about Magnus against Prague? Black is all right. Let's go back to the start. DC Bishop C5, C4 was played. Castles, Knight BD2, Queen E7. Okay, Black just plays very solidly. A3, A5. Bishop D3 takes B6. Castles, Knight B7. I mean, it looks like White is tiny bit better. I mean, White has the better development. Black still needs to develop this bishop, but otherwise, Black is pretty solid.
Yeah, Black looks very solid to me.
But I mean, still, there are always these questions like Knight FE5. That how do you deal with that? Yeah, because eventually some Knight takes D7, Knight D7, Queen G4s are in the air.
I'll probably play Knight E5, Bishop B7.
And then Knight takes D7.
Knight takes.
Knight takes Queen G4.
Maybe like F5. I never know if F5 is a terrible weakening or it's just kind of gaining space.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, but I mean, F5, Queen G3, at least there is something to play with. Yeah, it's a long-term weakness.
Yeah, I wouldn't be sure. Bishop D5, but it looks like it also could be maybe a bit pleasant for White.
Yeah. And Anish drew already. Wow, I mean, okay, yeah, Shakria is very professional. He won with the black pieces. He opted for a repetition. There is just no reason for him to take any risk. And by playing a quick game, he also tries to guarantee that the match will finish as quickly as possible so that he might not fall asleep.
Because they will not wait for everybody else. Yeah, they will just continue playing.
Exactly. They will continue in 10 minutes, I think.
And Arjun, he got the H6 pawn, yeah?
Wow. Your spirit.
Yeah, this looks so bad for Black.
I mean, but we have already seen this. Wesley also played it against Arjun some Why are they doing this, weakening all these structures?
Yeah, I mean, white can play like f4, play knight f3, knight e5. I mean, this is just so bad for black. Yeah,
all the dark squares, everything.
Yeah, all the dark squares, all of them. Yeah,
just wow. I mean, why am I not playing the London if you get positions like this?
I thought we were opposites. Yeah, you are not playing any chess.
Yeah, not any. Yeah, of course. Yeah, but okay, maybe it's time to just forget e4, forget any d4 main repertoire. Just d4, bishop f4, and b3, and be happy.
I mean, the kind of positions that Arjun was getting, yeah, amazing.
Yeah, again, black seems to play some very deep chess, but it doesn't lead anywhere.
Yeah, in fact, it just seems to me that his opponents are unprepared, because like already this looks to me like white got a gorgeous position.
Yes. Wow, and then okay, black is. I mean, it shows what a monster this bishop on f4 is. That we are already losing too tempi to trade it, and then we have this horrible dark square issue. Oh my God!
Yeah, no, this is truly terrible.
This is terrible. Okay, Anish game ending the draw, so Mamedov leading 1.5 halves. Liam in a lot of trouble, and he lost the first game. I mean, Arjun is becoming unstoppable in this tournament. Little bit too late to fight for top places, but he is already now very comfortable.
Okay, when you win at the rate of $7,500 per win, yeah, it's not so bad. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, already he has 15,000 in his pocket, plus a chance now to gain some more. He's also getting 3 points per match victory. Yeah, he already has 6 points. Life is beautiful.
Life is good. Yeah, life is good. In the times of an economic downturn worldwide, he's not doing so badly. You know?
Not at all. Yeah. But look at this. Yeah, Duda is provoking this action. Okay, I mean, I like his approach in a sense that he understands that, okay, he has to try to go for a mess. Yeah,
he's trying. Yeah, but I also have a feeling it will not work.
Yeah, it might not work, but still, I feel like this shows tremendous courage. Yeah, that he's willing to fight like this, take his chance if it comes. It might not come, of course, but very courageous decision.
I think he got the courage. Yeah, this much is obvious.
Yes. But to be honest, I mean, he started brilliantly. Yeah, he won the first 3 matches. Yeah, he was leading with Magnus on perfect score. And then after that, he lost 2 matches, one clean and one in a blitz playoff. I mean, even Armageddon against Prague yesterday. So he has slowed down a bit, and Wesley is the one who is carrying the momentum.
Yeah, no, we also know Wesley on a good day, he can be. I mean, he's basically like a machine on a good day, right?
Exactly. I mean, not for anything. He has also now won the Global Chess Championship. Yeah, this is showing incredible, beating Hikaru Nakamura in the semifinals. Then also in the final, he
beat Nihal Sarin. Yeah,
yeah, beat Nihal Sarin quite smoothly. Yeah, having dominated that final. So yeah, tremendous performance there. And also now showing his best here. All right, having talked about this, how do you play with white? Because do you collect the exchange or do you have other ideas?
I mean, I was half lazily looking at this. I think I probably take on f8.
Yes, but takes, then this knight is coming also closer to d4, yeah?
Yeah, maybe take was lazy, yeah? Maybe there were some better moves.
Yeah, look at this. Suddenly computer screams that, guys, this is exactly what Duda had in mind. This is counterplay.
And this is a lot of pawns. Yeah, maybe taking on f8 is actually really, really lazy.
Yeah, opening up this this d file. Yeah, the knight on f8 is not so good. The knight on d7 was kind of.
Yeah. No, I think I also blundered because I think missed that black can take on d4 with the queen.
Yes.
And the queen on d4 actually looks very powerful.
Yeah, the only question is that how do you activate these pieces? Yeah, that
Maybe I can just play b5.
Do you play b5? Exactly, yeah, that you probably play b5, then bishop g6 is a threat.
I don't even want to activate my pieces. I just want to push those pawns, all the way to glory.
Yeah, well, I mean, my idea would have been, okay, some bishop f3, but the big question, how do I react to bishop g6? No, actually, okay, we jinxed it. Yeah, we were praising Wesley so much that he is not doing so great and everything. And he lost just one mistake and he lost control.
But that's what we're there for, yeah? We are the commentators. We jinx. I mean, this is part of our job.
Of course, yeah. We want as much dramas as possible. If somebody just wins the match very easily, we congratulate him, but we definitely miss out on some fun.
Yeah, no, and there are two of us, so it's a double jinx, Easy.
Yeah. And it worked, because this is now a match, and Duda might have felt rightly that with white he will not have chances, but maybe with black he can provoke Wesley and gamble. But he haven't played b5 yet, so let me put this pawn back to b6.
Maybe he's looking at some other possibilities, like what?
Well, calculating what happens after b5, yeah, it's a bit tricky. I mean, A, B, C, B, bishop f3, bishop d5 played, clearly indicating that bishop f3 was somehow bothering Duda.
Yeah, I'm not sure that bishop f3 was so bothersome.
Yeah, it's one thing what we feel, because we don't need to calculate things. And another thing is how you feel over the board. Yeah, that, okay, why should I give bishop f3? Okay, let me just cement with bishop d5. It all makes sense, but it's a bit slow.
Do you think he knows about Cemento?
I think by now everybody knows about Cemento, yes. I mean, I heard that Levon in United States is also talking and teaching like this, that, okay, it's basic knowledge that you have to know Cemento. It's part of chess culture, yeah, because, okay, cement, that you know that everything is under control, and then from this strength you continue the fight. But actually, there are so many different facets of Cemento. I'm planning to write a Chessable course, so I can't reveal everything. Explaining.
Are you writing a course on Cemento?
Yes, on the spirit of Cemento. Yeah, exactly, because there are so many different facets of this. Yeah, people might not understand yet, how much potential is behind. Rook AE1 played. Rook AE1. I mean, okay, now Wesley is going all in. I don't really see the danger for black. Bishop f3.
F3, I think, is logical.
Yes, also stopping some bishop e4 at some point. Opening up the e file. And yeah, it's kind of funny that bishop f3, gf3 would really improve white's position. Suddenly, it opens up the g file as potential. The rook is very active. The weakness, black should keep the bishop on d5.
Yeah, maybe just play e6, sort of.
Yes. Cemento, yeah?
This is Vish's favorite bishop, yeah? The bishop that is protected by all pawns on all sides.
Yes. This already reminds of a different game, yeah?
Yes.
It's already chess turning to checkers, yeah?
I just thought, we need, after all the Cemento, we need to show an example of what Cemento is.
Of course, yeah, this is a total Cemento, yeah, that's for sure. But how to break it, yeah? Is it possible to break it at all? I mean, e6 is smiling on us, yeah? E6 is very natural.
No, it always reminds me, do you know the book Bill Gates wrote about the climate change?
I mean, I know that he wrote, but I did not study it all.
In that book, he has a lot of information on cement. So he says this is his first question in any conversation about climate change. He asks, "What is your plan about cement?" So I think it's very appropriate. What's your plan?
Yeah. Luckily, chess gives us the chance to show all kind of things, yeah? Side of life. The stability with e6. All right, so we got carried away and we lost control of all the other action. Let's quickly jump back to Magnus. What is Magnus doing? I mean, it seems to me like Prague actually got a very solid setup.
I kept all the pieces.
Yes, but this is very solid. It reminds me of my game against David Anton Gihairo from Tallinn Blitz. And you know, we got this structure and there was no way to break anything. The clock was ticking down and then we find some I was going bishop b7, bishop d5. He was still making some moves like h, look at d1, but then he couldn't improve, and then we agreed to a draw with repetition. Because the trick is that you can't really do anything. Everything is protected. Everything is blocked. And especially in blitz, yeah, if you are trying to be too deep, then you will just lose on time.
Yeah, difficult to be too deep here.
Yeah, h6. Useful little move. Wow, Prague. The only problem for Prague that actually this draw will not give him that much, but it will give him some confidence. Yeah, that he manages to draw against Magnus without much efforts. This might put him in the mindset that something is possible in the next game with white.
But also Magnus is burning time. Yeah, I think Prague is maybe getting optimistic now.
Well, yeah, but if Magnus realizes that this is this position, then you just play something like queen e2, and then you have this status quo that nobody moves anywhere, yeah, and then white plays h3, rook f d1 and stays, and you just can't do anything.
Yeah, it's possible. But we also saw in the first game, yeah, we expected the repetition, and then Magnus suddenly started playing for a win, yeah?
Yeah, but then he was not yet leading in the match, yeah? It's
true.
Yeah, a little different. Now it's maybe Prague who might feel that, okay, yeah, queen e2 on the board, that, okay, Magnus down to 3 minutes, maybe he should try to do something. But, I mean, even if he wants to try something, it's not clear if he can, because there are no ideas here. Everything stays perfectly. Everything is beautifully positioned. And, yeah, rook fd8, white will also have rook fd1, white has h3, the two natural extra moves.
Even visually, this position is difficult, right? There are so many pieces in the center of the board. Like, moves do not come naturally to me in this setting.
Yeah, exactly. Now, it's clear that white wants rook fd1, h3, but for example, black already has perfect position. How to proceed? Yeah, how to make the most of your chances?
Can I go knight g5 and try to get some clarity?
Okay, but knight g5, bishop takes d5. I'm not sure you are so happy to trade this.
ed?
You go ed, yeah?
Well, I want to get a fight.
Really? But then knight d2. Okay, you might regret it. No. Knight g5 takes, ed, knight d2, and then I go knight f3, and I don't want to say 7-2 again, but I'm solido.
That's true, yeah. I mean, I've regretted so many things in my life. I mean, one more isolated board, I can't deal with.
But you didn't know that you make me so happy, yeah? I mean, after... Or that was the point, to make me happy, yeah?
Always.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it a lot. Okay, so it's very solid. We're gonna jump back here, but Duda did. Wow, Prague was knight h7. Very nice move, because he's trying to go knight g5. He's ambitious. You called it. He's ambitious.
He's ambitious. Yeah, he found this move, and it might not be easy also for white to maneuver freely.
Exactly. Do you go g3 and then knight g5, bishop g2, weakening some squares? But maybe it's the way to go. Maybe
but it's also risky, g3, because it opens space to all sorts of knight g5s. This knight, that knight, all sorts of checks. Yeah, you don't want to do this.
Yeah, but we also don't want to give up the bishop.
Maybe knight d2 also looks tactically like very, very awkward.
Oof.
No, yeah, looks awkward.
No, retreating, it's also not exactly no, I'm actually expecting Magnus to play g3 if it's not a blunder, of course. We are not machines, and we are not playing the game, but it does feel like...
Okay, we're a little bit machines, no?
We are a little bit, but somehow Tadeusz is too shy today. He's not...
I think Tadeusz is asleep. Yeah, I think we should let him be. the poor fellow in the background. I think.
Wow, bishop takes e4. Magnus gives up the bishop like this, claiming that the knight on h7 is slightly misplaced, but I mean, no, come on. You can't do this. Yeah, wow. I mean, Magnus giving up the bishop. I feel like now he's showing some sign of weakness, yeah, that he feels the pressure.
I don't know. He probably thought g3 is dangerous. He would rather give the bishop than play g3. Now he wants to go f3, bishop d4, you know, and get his own version of Cemento.
That's true. Yeah, but isn't that also a bit shaky? Of course, if you can get it, yeah, queen g5 setting checkmate, f3, bishop d5, and then bishop d4. Yeah, that would be the plan. Queen g5 played. Very logical. I mean, okay, f3 is kind of obligatory. Yes. On the board. So usually the bishop retreats to d5.
There is probably no value in including rook takes d1 at any point, yeah?
Well, it's a tough call, yeah. That maybe actually there is a point, but try to figure it out with so little time.
Because then c4 is a bit softer, yeah? After rook d1,
Yes.
maybe you can attack the knight on c4 with bishop d5.
Yeah, rook takes d1 played, rook d1, bishop d5.
It's actually interesting. I feel like me and Prag, we see chess similarly. Somehow he's a better version of me.
I mean, both of you have this dynamic feeling. Yeah, you always want to disbalance things and look for chances. It's nice, good spirit. Bishop d5, yeah, the knight on c4 is a bit loose, yeah. So now bishop d4, your idea would, yeah, okay, white has to go bishop d4 basically.
No, I was mainly thinking maybe I can take and take on c4, but bc will not kill white's position, right?
Yeah.
Like bishop d4, rook d4, and then bishop takes c4, bc, and no big deal, right?
And then, okay, the knight is also coming to d6 eventually, or the knight is far away, yeah. Okay, Prag needs to play for a win, so he goes bishop d4. He needs to change and Magnus changes the pawn structure. ed4, I cannot believe this.
I did not see this one coming, to be honest.
No, not at all. I mean, we understood the other one, it makes perfect sense, but apparently Magnus was more worried of the other structure.
Now we need to bring the horsey back, right?
Okay, b6 is hanging at the moment.
It is hanging, yeah.
It is probably hanging, yeah, because hitting the rook and the bishop.
So how do we do this? Queen d8 first, or what?
Yes, I mean, it might look a bit strange, yeah, that we are talking about, we are trying to be active, but we might bring the queen back. I don't want to put the rook on b8, yeah, then we might run into some queen e5 trade. But we have a fight. This is not turning out to be a real fight.
And okay, this queen g6 is probably not a good idea, yeah? And it doesn't work also. I had this idea, queen g6, knight b6, rook c2, but it fails to simple tactics with knight takes d5 also.
Ah, okay, yeah, but I mean, anyway, it feels a bit strange, yeah?
No, it doesn't feel good, doesn't feel right. It also loses tactically, so all sorts of problems with it.
Yeah, okay, it has a point that you are eyeing the c2 square and knight g5, yeah? So the move itself can be underestimated, but it has idea. Black goes knight f6 and he gives up the pawn.
Actually, I thought that he might look at something like this, but I didn't think it would be this. In knight b6, rook c1, yeah? He wants to go for full activity.
Yeah, he goes for full activity. And look at this, computer agrees. What a genius strategy this is, because we have seen the idea, but we didn't get the feeling that this is so strong.
No, it looks dangerous because suddenly white needs to consolidate, right?
Yeah, and also if you go knight c4, then you keep on with knight h5, or?
Probably.
Yeah, knight h5, knight f4. Wow, okay. In time trouble, we can't ask for more.
This is the first time that we see Magnus sweating with white, yeah? I mean, usually his whites are so squeaky clean, yeah?
Yes. Yeah, and wow, Prag putting pressure.
It's like, this is his style, yeah? He just attacks, yeah? This is lovely. It's just lovely.
Yeah, with this little time to understand and appreciate all this, yeah, Magnus goes knight c4, and we are expecting knight h5 on the board. Magnus takes, and then will he go queen f1?
Probably,
King,
yeah. I mean, king f2, knight f4, queen.
Yeah, king
f2.
f2 looks asking for trouble. But I mean, queen f1, then maybe some queen c2, touching
he
this
likes
bc.
to ask for trouble, yeah.
He asks for trouble. Because he sees that he has queen d2 after knight f4.
Yeah, now this will also solve.
Yeah, but okay, it just felt too risky. I mean, queen h1 is too much, or is it possible?
Queen h1 allows queen e5. Yeah.
Queen e5. Yeah, that's a great
maybe you
move.
can do. And also the knight is hanging. Queen h1 feels.
Yeah.
Feels
No,
far
I
away.
just it was spectacular stuff, but a bad one. Yeah. Yeah, bishop takes c4. Okay, Prague because simply eliminates and there is no queen d2 anymore.
No, but I thought queen takes c4. White has no.
Yeah, looks like white should take with the queen.
Queen c4, and then what? Queen.
Then
d2
queen
check?
b2 check. Yeah.
Queen b2, and it's difficult. It's very awkward to cover. Yeah, because you take on b3.
Yes.
Black is actually close to winning this one. Yeah.
Yeah, there are real chances that Prague actually bounces back. Magnus in a lot of pain, down to a minute, shaking his head.
Knight h7, yeah, makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, knight h7 was an incredible move.
If you only knew it against Anton, yeah.
Yeah, I have to check out that. Did I have knight e4, knight f6? I mean, but because I put the bishop on d5, so yeah, interesting to compare. Queen b2 check. How is Magnus? I mean, so difficult to find the move, and he will have to finally settle on some bad decision. I mean, bad position.
Yeah, and he's running out of time. I mean, for anybody else, we would basically say white is losing. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, king is Magnus running ahead with the king, basically giving up the king side.
Yeah, the entire king side, yeah, just queen g2, and also looks so strong.
Yeah, and also this g5 knight f4 is kind of a big threat.
Yeah, also like queen g1 check, queen g5 check. There is this barrage of checks coming.
Yeah, that's why Magnus is trying to open things up with d5.
Yeah, also a bit of a trap, yeah. If he did, then queen c8, queen f5 check.
Yeah, that would be kind of a nice escape.
And if queen g5, he wants to run to d4, yeah? He wants to run to...
He wants to, yeah, exactly, yeah. He just wants to close the eyes and try to hide there.
Yeah, maybe queen g1 check for this
Queen
reason,
g1, yeah. Very smart, but after king d3, how do we continue?
Maybe just queen g6 check and ed, yeah? To stop this queen c8, queen f5 nonsense and take it from there.
Wow, but I mean, how Magnus is also reacting to these changes, yeah? That instead of panicking, instead of collapsing, he finds the best practical way and puts pressure on black, yeah? Because black feels that he has a chance, but he's asked questions, yeah? He can't just enjoy.
He's not a panicker, yeah? He does not easily panic this one, yeah?
Yeah, it's not his trademark. But Prague now also done to 55 seconds.
Yeah, he will give another check, probably on g1 to get back to this position that he had. And
I'm trying to understand what does he also computer gives clear advantage for black, but what is the move exactly?
Queen g1 and queen takes h2 apparently. Yeah, this is so difficult.
Yeah, humanly with little time on the clock, you just don't want to lose the momentum. Yeah, it feels
also
like...
to allow d6 is difficult.
Yeah.
Although maybe there you have checks, yeah?
Yeah, queen e1 check played. King d3.
Yeah, now he can no longer get back to the same position without allowing threefold repetition. Yeah, it seems like Magnus will get away with it, yeah?
Yeah, he's just so good at this. Yeah, queen b1 check, but now even white can go king d4 if he wants, no?
I don't know, king d2? I don't know.
We don't want to go king d4 unless it's necessary.
I don't know if I would feel safe on d4. Maybe you're right. Yeah, but king d4 allows queen g1. Yeah.
And then back to that position. Yeah, this is true. Yeah, king d2. Just a quick update. Arjun has beaten Liam, so he's leading 2-0.
Yeah, he beat him by the means of checkmate.
Yeah, unbelievable. Arjun is on incredible fire. Yes, 3-1 against Mamedyan. Wow, ED5 blunder, Queen C2 check, and then B4 is winning the game. Oh my God, what a turnaround!
Yeah, no, the king on d2 had some purpose.
And then the A pawn runs. Oh my God, poor Prague.
Yeah,
he just can't. And look at Magnus. He's so happy and relieved. Yeah, he survived and he even wins.
And I would be both. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I mean, okay, he pulled a fantastic defense. Yeah, unbelievable defense. Knight b6, and okay, the king is coming.
Yeah, I mean, there is no way to stop this avalanche.
Wow. I mean, okay, when something like this happens, then you understand, you get the chance to understand how cruel chess is. And that what we are talking about, that we are happy when justice happens, because there is so often the case that exactly the opposite.
Well, I mean, he really resists well, yeah. So it's not.
Yeah, of course. No, I mean, it's brilliant for Magnus, but I mean for Prague, yeah, he played the perfect game, and then one mistake, and not only that you don't win, but you just lose.
Yeah, no, chess is cruel like this. You're right.
It's unbelievable. I mean, like in football, if you are leading 3-0, then you can't receive 3 goals in 1 minute. Yeah, but in chess, anything can still happen.
Yeah. No, I think there are some other sports, like I think boxing is maybe comparable. Yeah, you cannot relax. Yeah, because one shot you could be knocked out. A Formula One does not give you much space for relaxation, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, king e7, king c6, and the king walks. Yeah, so Prague is trying to defend with king b7, king takes a8, then king c8, keeping the opposition and counting on his pawns, but this will not hold.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's winning this. We should maybe check out the other games, yeah, because some sexy stuff is going on, like Wesley against Duda.
Well, Wesley is probably checkmating Duda. Yeah, Duda over push. Yeah, he resigned.
What happened to Black's pieces? He had so many pieces last we saw.
Yeah, but the problem was that after bishop f3, he did not find the cemento with e6.
Yes.
He opted for bishop takes f3 gf, and we talked about this, that this is very tricky and dangerous. But okay, we have to get back to Magnus. So in fact, then Wesley is leading 2-0, Arjun is leading 2-0, and Shakriya is leading 1.5 half.
And Magnus will be leading 2-0. Yeah, there is basically no drama left.
Well, okay, this is a drama by itself. Yeah, this game between Magnus and Prague.
Also, what happened? Didn't like Anish and Amidyarov, didn't they start their third game already?
No, it looks like they will start with us. So in fact, the trick did not work. And I'm not even sure if this 40 minutes break, does it really help, or if you are exhausted and tired, then maybe just waiting is the worst thing that can happen to you.
Yeah, I think waiting is pretty terrible.
Yeah, I mean, at what time? Like 2:30 at night, you are just waiting for and you never know exactly what to expect. Yeah, because Anish can play also anything.
By the stupid question, how do you win this position?
Yeah, that's okay. the big question is, Prague is trying to get this king takes a8, king c8 blockade.
If I go knight d4.
Yeah, we have to try to block things, yeah. And then create some zugzwang, yeah. That will be the key, but how do we do that? Magnus down to 20 seconds. I mean, eventually the knight might be able to dance towards the f5 square if you push g5, h5. Magnus goes king c6 back. He just wants to collect the d5 pawn first.
He wants to win the knight ending, yeah, so to speak. Take the pawn and leave the cannoli.
Yeah,
Or was it the other way around?
So now he gets the chance eventually, but of course king d5 will be met by king d7. Down to 12 seconds.
I thought king d6 was maybe cleaner. Not to allow king d7.
But okay, I mean also with king c5, king d5, he can wait and he provokes the pawns to be pushed, otherwise you are in zugzwang.
Yeah, no, it looks
winning, yeah.
It looks completely winning, yeah.
This is an incredible turnaround. Basically, it might mean that with this victory, Magnus will already win the tournament. I mean, okay, he needs to win the match, of course, yeah, but if he will be now leading 2-0, then I can't really imagine him not winning. While if Plug would have won this game, then anything could have happened. FG, king e4, king c6.
How did this get so close?
Close to what?
I mean, king f5 and just king b5, king g4, yeah? And then...
No, he just goes knight c3.
King b7, king f... I know, knight d5, and then you win, yeah? Somehow.
No, who knows? It doesn't look so winning already, yeah.
Maybe black will get g3, yeah? So that he doesn't fight the h-pawn. I thought knight d5 maybe was faster.
Yeah, knight c7, king g4.
No, I think he needed to jettison the pawn with g3. Make it the less dangerous pawn.
Yeah, it's always against the knights, the side pawns are the most dangerous.
Yeah, apparently g3 was correct, yeah.
Yeah, g3 was correct. I mean, okay, because yeah, we know that against the h-pawn, it's impossible to fight with the knight. Knight d4 check.
King f6, knight f3. H3, king a7. This is a difficult knight to dislodge, yeah? Although it
exactly, yeah. Maybe we just don't take this pawn, yeah? Maybe we play king e4.
King e4, and then
h4 first.
And then knight e6.
You're gonna go knight g7, but yeah, you're gonna go knight g7. Okay, knight g7 has to be played.
And then maybe knight b5 first.
We can protect the pawn. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that will be decisive. Yeah, knight g7 on the board.
I thought it's a temporary protection, yeah, so to speak.
Yeah, but very important because then, okay, you will just slowly maneuver.
Yeah, well, I will get back to g4 and then go knight d6, knight f5, something like this.
Yes. Yeah, on the board. And then what we are saying that white can go to g4, then go knight d6, black takes the pawn, knight f5, kicking away this monster knight from g7. And then if the pawn already reaches to h6, will be very difficult.
Be a tempo thing, yeah, black will go knight to f8 and
yes, or knight g5 or knight f8. Yeah, it's still very far from being easy to calculate. Magnus down to 9 seconds. He should not forget about time. Yeah, he does this business with king f4, king g4. It's clear. Black waits with king a8. Knight
yeah,
d6.
now he should bring the knight to f5. Yeah, there is no way around this.
King a7, knight f5. Knight e6, h5. This is the line, and then we were debating that this move pair move business, where does it end? But it's probably winning for white, yeah, because
I have a feeling it ends badly. Yeah.
Then we move the knight, and king f5, king f6, king g7 will just be in time.
Can I go knight g7 here?
Okay, knight g7 anyway. I go knight f8.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fall for your beautiful trick.
Yeah, I was also not sure if knight takes g7, h6, f5.
Yeah,
would be
f5
winning,
check,
yeah.
also tricky. Yeah, you don't have a good square.
I don't have a
because-
square. Yeah, this is amazing. Yeah.
Yes. Because king h4, knight e6, knight f8, knight g6, yeah.
But now
Very
knight
funny.
e7 should be winning, yeah? Knight e7 and king f5.
King f5, yeah. This is what we are kind of expecting, yeah, that, okay, black comes somehow, but king f5, king d6, king takes f6.
Knight h7 is a draw, huh?
Yeah, knight h7, yeah, very tricky. Still not
I don't
over.
have to take on f6, yeah? I can go knight to g8 and king f5.
Yeah.
So knight e7, king f5, knight g8.
And then knight takes, but okay, if you take with the knight...
No, I will take with the king. I just don't want to lose my knight in the process. Ah, he's building a barrier. This is a thing of beauty. The king cannot approach now. Oh my god, this is so lovely. King c5, king c7, both lose to knight e6 check.
Yeah, this is beautiful, yeah.
This is really beautiful.
King c5 runs into knight e6. And that's it. So black has to move with the knight, and then white gets that extra tempo that we were
White gets a
searching
lot
for.
of extra time, yeah, because now king c5, he'll go king g6, knight f8, he'll go king g7.
And it's over.
He got all the time in the world.
Yeah, but yeah, this lovely little touch, knight f5 back to d4.
The barrier, yes.
Beautiful play by Magnus.
I mean, barrier is the dynamic form of cemento.
Yeah, because you are basically barriering the king, yeah, so cementing your position.
Yeah, nah, beautiful, son. Beautiful endgame technique.
Yeah, beautiful. No, of course, it's one more example why you cannot give Magnus a chance. Yeah, if he gets a chance, he just plays brilliantly. Wow. And you know what? In the previous round, black has won 4 games. Now black ends up losing 3.
Well, I have a feeling maybe it doesn't have to do much with the color, but with who is playing. Because it's the same people, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, king g6, king g7, there's no fighting this.
Yeah. The knight, the monster knight, taking away this e6 square and plug designs. Wow, what an important victory for Magnus. What a heartbreaking loss for Pragnanda, because he created chances. It looked like he might be bouncing back, and then Magnus putting up some incredible defense, and poor Prag blundering then at one point this crazy queen c8 check, queen c2, which was absolutely not in the game.
Yeah, an amazing endgame. Should we take our chance and take a 2-minute break before we get into decisive phases?
Yes, exactly. Let's use that.
And collapsed immediately. What happened there?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he was better at that point, so I think there were several ways for him to play for win there. But yeah, queen b1 was probably not correct. And then, yeah, I mean, when he took on d5, that was just crazy because, you know, black can never win. And yeah, I mean, my technique was not great. Like at some point I just mouse slipped. I mean, I was quite unsure whether to go like king e4 immediately, and then I just clicked on the c5 square, which I didn't intend to. So and then the king just went there. So at that point I was just out of it. But yeah, fortunately it was not enough to mess up the win.
And 2 games you're ahead, 1b3 Caro-Kann. Do you think the opening approach is working out well?
No, I mean, in this game I had some severe PTSD from the game against Karyakin that I lost in the World Championship. Like, the position was very similar at the very least. So yeah, the openings aren't working great, but also, yeah, in this game, like, he was outplaying me at some point, like weakening my king a bit. And but you know, decisive moments I've been a little bit better. That's all it's been so far.
Thanks.
Air quality isn't the first thing that comes to mind when you think about chess and esports, but it affects our focus, decision-making, health, sleep, and more. What's in the air you breathe? Find out with Air Things.
My name is Rafael Diaz, and I have been passionate about chess since I was 14 years old. Chess taught me a lot of things when I was a teenager, like how to think strategically and how to make decisions based on logical reasoning. It also taught me to find the determination to pursue my goals, which later on helped me to obtain a PhD in physics. Chess has helped me so much that I always wanted to find a way to make more people interested and attracted to this wonderful game. My other passion, video games, led me to create my own game studio, Minimal Games. We are now a team of 8 people, and we have been working for the past 2 years in our most ambitious project to date, Chessarama. Chessarama is a collection of chess-inspired games, each with a different set of rules and themes like medieval fantasy, farming, samurai, and even soccer. Our objective is to give players a modern gameplay experience using inspirations from chess tactics, strategies, and culture to create original puzzle and turn-based games all in one package. The reason why I'm here today is to announce our partnership with Play Magnus Group, founded by the 5 times world chess champion Magnus Carlsen and creator of the Champions Chess Tour, the world's most innovative sport event to emerge in the last few years. As part of this partnership, Chessarama will become an official sponsor of the Champions Chess Tour for the remainder of 2022 and for the whole season of 2023. We will also be an official partner of the next FIDE World Championships broadcast on Chess24 channels. It is a big honor to have Play Magnus Group supporting Chessarama's mission of bringing even more people to the magical world of chess. I invite you to join us in this adventure by adding Chessarama on your Steam wishlist and by following along both the game and
Welcome back, everyone. We already have liftoff of the third game, of the third round of today. We are seeing Anish Giri going for the exact same line in the Open Spanish, so clearly he wants to prove and highlight that he has a good preparation. He just mixed something up, and it is Shakhriyar Mamedov who deviates from the move that he played previously, the move knight d7. Wow, what an interesting thing. So maybe, then maybe knight d4 is an interesting move, only that Anish later mixed up something in his prep, and Shakhriyar already now in the break understood that this is dangerous and he should be deviating. He opts for bishop g4. Another game that has already started is Liam Le versus Arjun Ergaishi. Also different move orders there in this this is modern chess. It's something like Grunfeld with g3, c6, d5, but we didn't get from Grunfeld here. We got here from 1c4, c6. This is just it shows the richness and craziness of modern chess. A Slav, Reti Slav, turns out to be a Grunfeld with c6, d5, knight f6, castles, castles, a4. Quite a fresh move. I think Vincent is also experimenting with this move a couple of times. a4, black opts for a5, knight c3, d takes e4, e4, and we are in this Magnus's territory with the pawn sacrifice. Very rich position, very unbalanced.
It's difficult to imagine anyone coming back here now.
Well, Arjun is leading 2-0. That's a very comfortable lead. On the other hand, in this regard, if Liam uses the white piece, the white pieces and bounces back, then he might go all in the next game. But first, of course, he has to bounce back here. And Anish is just 1 point behind, because Mamedov took the safety approach with white to try to hang on to his lead in the match. Who knows if this was the right strategy, or if this is exactly what Anish needed, that he feels that, okay, hang on, I'm in a terrible shape, but Shakhriyar is afraid of me. He is not willing to take this. Then let's try to show him that, I can play chess. Let's go, Anish.
I'm not sure. It could also mean that Shakhriyar doesn't believe that he will lose a game against Anish. Yeah, I'm not sure what it.
That's true, of course. That's clear. A lot of speculation here. We clearly want Anish to show his. I don't mean that he needs to win or whatever. I just want him to play a good game, because from good game, then also good results can come in the future, already in this tournament, tomorrow, or in the next event, whatever is ahead of him. But just, you know, continuing playing terribly, I think that's what Anish shouldn't let happen. He has to fight against already. Forget about the tournament, forget about the standing, but just get your strengths back. Yeah, that's the main target.
Yeah. What is next for all these people? Like the classical chess is probably Vaikanze, right? For most of
classical chess for sure. Vaikanze. There might be, I think, the Calcutta Blitz and Rapid probably coming. I don't know exactly who is playing there. The World Blitz and Rapid definitely at the end of the year.
And World Teams, yeah, probably for some of them, yes.
Yes, exactly. World Teams is coming, and in fact,
but again, World Teams is not classical, so this is also Rapid.
World Team is Rapid, yeah.
So
maybe hang on. If Shakriar is playing the World Rapid, this means that that was probably the reason he didn't travel to San Francisco. Yeah, he couldn't travel so that he won't be totally jet lagged.
Well, I mean, he needs to be in Jerusalem like the day after tomorrow, yeah, so something like this.
No, okay, one could argue that okay, you come a bit late, but if you would come from Europe, it's one thing. Coming from San Francisco is just unheard of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now then okay, we see the situation.
Yeah, maybe he's already in Israel. Yeah, this is also possible.
That could also be. Wow. In any case, okay, Anish gets a playable position. This is because Anish has great preparation. What he should be aiming for to get a good position, get the strengths, and then fight against this course that happened to him in this tournament, because it's clear that he's making such mistakes which has nothing to do with his chess. Yeah, it's all in your head, and then you have to somehow stabilize it. Wow, what do we have? Okay, Magnus and Prague have not yet started yet.
Yeah, I don't quite understand, for instance, if Shah plays bishop g6, for instance. What is his problem?
I mean, you like this knight on e6, yeah?
I do like this knight, yeah.
Yeah, I know that you like this. Okay, I would love a nice knight on f5 from white side, but they are very far away.
Yeah, they're quite far away, and also he played a4. Yeah, this signals some queenside play, but I don't see it. AB, I don't see play.
That's true. So AB, for example, rook a8, queen a8, and what happens next? Hang on, I take on g6 and queen d3. Double attack, my friend.
Yeah, this is a thing. Yeah.
This is Anish. Anish is back. All right, precise play, putting pressure on the opponent. That's how you get confidence.
So Shahriar must have seen it.
Yeah, and he goes b4.
He goes b4, yeah.
He goes b4. All right, but b4 is usually a bit tricky in this open Spanish structures.
Well, because a5 to begin with. Yeah, a5, bishop g6.
Yeah, e5 played.
a5, bishop g6, and bishop a4. Yeah, this is already like Kasimdzhanov territory.
This is your territory, exactly. Vintage style, yeah, and Fritz would be not willing to agree, but you keep on insisting that, come on, I mean, look at this bishop on c6, your king on f8.
Yes, I would be quite tempted to be honest.
Yes.
And then maybe even rook f d1, and then rook d1 after that. So rook b8, rook d1, so that my rook is not hanging there.
Yeah, and then like 15 years ago, you would battle it out against Fritz for quite some hours. Yeah, that's who is like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what would happen. Yeah, nowadays Stockfish usually just overrules me.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, at least you save a lot of time. Yeah, that you don't need to...
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Nowadays, if Stockfish tells me -4, then I say, okay, what to do? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Then I can't fight it. Hang on. Magnus goes because Prague and Magnus has started their games. Magnus goes for French again with knight f6 and bishop g5, h6. Come on. Have you ever seen this move? I was playing bishop g5 for quite some time.
I mean,
I've never seen it.
I mean, this move is like a major line now.
Wow.
It features on my DVD, on my French DVD. A3 is like a lazy way of playing it. Yeah, the main line is like ED, bishop b4, bishop b5 check, c6. This is like ED, bishop b4, bishop c4. h6 is a very, very central line now.
Wow, yeah. Okay, I'm playing e5 fourth move, so I abandoned bishop g5 long ago.
Yeah, a3, this is a kind of a very solid way for white to play, but not an attempt at refutation. But h6 is a very solid move.
Wow,
now you
so
see,
much
that's how I know you
development.
don't buy my products.
Yeah, of course. I mean, okay, it's Magnus likes all these kind of things, yeah. But hang on, it almost reminds me of the Moscow variation of the Meran, yeah. But then
It
the
looks
pawn is on
exactly
C4.
like Moscow, yes.
Yes.
With the pawn on c2. But you know, h6 was already played, I think, by Alekhine against Capablanca.
Really,
like
yeah, but probably
20-something.
people were criticizing that, okay, how can you play a move like this?
But do you know Grandmaster Bezgodov?
Bezgodov, of course, yes,
Yes.
I know.
In the year of 97, Bezgodov, not very sober, was telling me that he could easily take on Kasparov. And I was telling him, how will you survive the opening? Nobody survives the opening. And he said, yeah, okay, he'll play the French. And then Kasparov was playing bishop g5 at the time. And then he said, okay, I just play h6. And all is good. And, you know, 20 years later, I checked it. Yeah, indeed, all was good. Yeah.
Unbelievable, yeah.
So Bezgodov, he knew, Alekhine, he knew, you were the only one.
I was the only one, yeah. It's Hungarian chess school did not teach this h6 move at all, yeah.
But finally, we found one line, yeah, for the record, yeah, where you had no idea.
Yeah, no idea at all, yeah. It's like, okay, if you would have not been here, I would be, what? What are we witnessing here? Yeah, but okay, luckily you know these kind of things. All right, so what does it mean for our tournament standing? That, okay, we know Magnus is leading 2-0. Prague needs to win this game at all cost. Yeah, that is the tournament standing. Everybody can do his own calculation, because the big question is Duda fighting back? Is he getting to a blitz playoff against Wesley So? Objectively, it's not yet over, but I feel very much that after today, or even after this round, we already know what's going on.
Yeah, no, I mean, Duda is 0-2, yeah, against Wesley. I don't think that he's coming back from that.
Yeah, let's jump to that game, because I see some very interesting and completely crazy stuff. I mean, why isn't Black just super happy here?
I think he is super happy. Yeah.
I mean, how on earth? Hang on. Okay, let's just go back. Yeah, c4, knight f6, knight c3, c5, e4, knight c6, g3, e6, bishop g2, d5. Wow, but I mean, this Wesley guy seems to know everything. He's ready for any kind of move orders whatsoever. Yeah? Takes. And this is how this knight jumping to b4, knight e2, and okay, Black is tempted to play some knight d3 check.
On knight d3, king f1, and queen f6 sort of forces f something.
Can we first give a queen a4 check?
Because I don't have bishop d7, right? I have to go like.
You have to move the king to d8.
I have to move king d8, and then you will have.
Then I can maybe play knight f4, yeah, also. I mean, it gets bizarre.
And after knight takes f4, how do you recapture?
If I knew.
I mean, I can assure you, you're not happy either way.
Yes, because I see you have bishop d6, king c7, and Ufa. Yeah, but bishop f5, that was the other move. Yeah, and Wesley goes for it because, unfortunately, Castles loses the queen due to bishop c2, queen e1, knight d3. Just to highlight the big problems that White is facing. Oh my God. I mean, how can things deteriorate so quickly? Yeah?
Yes. Maybe also here, queen a4 check and pray.
Yeah, queen a4 check, but even just queen d7 looks very strong. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we are lazy, we don't want to calculate anything, queen d7.
Yeah, and after queen d7, king d7 castles, if I'm lazy and I'm leading 2-0, I can just play like knight c2 and knight b4 back, yeah?
Yes, but it's also so tempting to put this bishop on d3, yeah?
Yeah, you can do whatever you like, basically.
Yeah. No, this is unbelievable. And look at Duda, yeah, he's completely destroyed. Duda is completely destroyed, and Wesley is just sailing.
Basically, that's what happened to Duda, yeah? He had 3 very good days. And then 3 not very good days, yeah, basically.
Yeah, and also, I mean, this third game somehow shows that he broke after the previous game.
Yeah, I mean, not surprisingly, right?
Yes. Yeah, he was putting so much effort into that game with Black. Yeah, tried to provoke Wesley, and it worked to perfection. Yeah, he got his chance. And then we don't know what happened later, but there was this moment which we have seen, yeah, that just this E7, E6 cement looked very nice for Black. Instead, he went for some complications, which finally worked out for Wesley. And
yeah,
Wesley is just winning the match.
Yeah, no, Wesley will win this match. I think there is really nothing to see here. Yeah? Maybe we can.
Yes, we have to move, yeah, because it hurts to look at White's position.
Yeah.
Just terrible position.
Yeah, with that, basically, Magnus wins the tournament, yeah, because nobody can catch him anymore, it seems.
Nobody can catch him, yeah.
So, well, I mean,
but why nobody can catch him? Wesley will get 12 points, and if Magnus wins in the okay, because he won the direct encounter against Wesley, but actually Wesley can still catch him, yeah, or not? I mean, if we assume that Plug bounces back and ties 2-2 and wins the Blitz playoff, and then Magnus only gets 1 point, then there might be.
Yeah, well, he will win on individual encounter. So
yes, but I don't think that Magnus wants to even hear about this speculation. Yeah, I mean, okay, he has won all his matches so far. He's leading 2-0. I mean, just a stellar performance so far from Magnus in this tour and in this tournament as well. But hang on, I mean, he's provoking fate, yeah, with your H6, this brilliant weapon. How brilliant is this? Your king is still stuck on E8.
Well, he's playing it Moscow style, yeah. I mean, you should know this, yeah. He's keeping his king flexible. Whenever you do something, he will castle one way or the other.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But now White takes ED5. Exactly. That was my concern. Yeah, of course, Black can't take with ED5, but now we get this structure with CD and this.
I will castle. I'll castle long, king B8. That's a bishop. I don't think Bezgodov would be too concerned.
You're gonna castle long?
I'm gonna castle long, yes.
Wow. Revelation of the year. Long castle.
Well, I thought revelation of the year was D takes E5. Yeah, we cannot have 2 revelations in 1 year.
Yeah, but Bishop D6 is a super professional move. Just not yet deciding, as Rustam mentioned, yeah, that keeping the flexibility. Who knows that maybe Magnus will be even tempted somewhere to no, he just goes for short. He runs into mating attack. Okay, knight H5, vamos, yeah.
Yeah, I truly felt that the king was safe on the other side.
Yeah, with this bishop on D3, yeah, eyeing this and knowing Plug, yeah, he loves to attack. Okay, let's go knight H5 immediately.
Yeah, I mean, Black can what, do rook E8?
Yeah, you have to play rook F8. Yeah, knight H5 played. And now the question how to follow it up. Rook A8 played by Magnus. A bit mysterious, yeah?
Because the idea of rook F8 was to free the square F8 for the bishop. But maybe he wants to go E5, maybe. Yeah, maybe his plans are different.
Yeah, probably he wants to break with E5. He doesn't want to move the bishop from D6 because then White will get access to the E5 square.
Or maybe he wants to go F6, E5. Like,
well, but I mean, F6 is also a little bit risky. Bishop B5 played. Okay, now bishop C6. So this bishop is not
bishop
there.
B5 is funny. He's attacking the pawn on H6. Like, what the hell? He wants to take on H6.
Yes, and then, but I mean, okay, Black will anyway play the move bishop C6 here. There is no other move. And then what do we, some queen C3? No, queen C3 is, the bishop is protecting the
bishop
queen.
Is protecting, yeah. So I don't know what he wants. Yeah, maybe he wants to take and play knight E5, but bishop B5 feels odd to me. Like, wouldn't you keep the bishop on the diagonal, try to use it for mating purposes?
Yeah, it's a bit surprising.
Also, Magnus could just play rook E7 right now. Although rook E7 is maybe playing with fire.
Yeah, look, I mean, somehow it's so tempting to trade these bishops, yeah, but
Yeah, it seems that bishop b5 was not on my radar.
no, actually, it was on mine, yeah, because in a sense that, yeah, the question was that, for example, this takes knight e5, yeah, and then suddenly we will have the third rank, something if lands on g3, will be difficult to defend this pawn.
But black can play like bishop e5, d, and f6, yeah, for instance.
We get again this Caro-Canish French position, yeah?
Yeah, but basically you will tell me that every French position is losing, so but maybe not this one, no?
Yeah, maybe not this one, yeah. Okay, this is just suffering, but not losing, yeah?
Yeah, no, but also you were telling me how horrible this bishop is on b7, yeah? It feels a bit illogical to try to exchange it, right?
Yes, that's true, but yeah, Plug is trying to keep the control of the c5 square. You mentioned that Black probably wants to free himself with e5.
Yeah, I actually also have a question from the chat, which is actually also what occurred to me. I just didn't realize the point. White could play knight g5 also, yeah, here.
Here, knight g5.
Yeah, no, I noticed that knight g5 was possible, but I didn't see the point. But in fact, the point is White also maybe threatens knight h7.
Yeah, but okay, so can we go e5?
Now it will get complicated, right?
Well, I hope so. Yeah, I want to break free.
I want to break free.
What
was this song?
I'm a big Queen fan, so
that's Queens, yeah. Queen.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
That's Queen, yeah. So d takes e5, knight e5, and then Black.
And then okay, already I have many. Then I'm not afraid of this knight h7 anymore. Yeah, maybe when I can take with the rook.
Maybe you can, yeah.
Very complicated position. Yeah, that okay. Where does this lead? I have no idea.
Yeah, but at least this move sort of existed, yeah?
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah,
definitely. Is a different direction altogether.
Yeah, completely different. I mean, just to highlight that, yeah, if h5, then queen takes g5, basically it's to mate, because queen g7, and after g6, we sacrifice the bishop, and it's checkmate. So Magnus has opted for bishop c6, bishop takes c6, queen c6 on the board, and we are expecting some knight e5 business. But Plug first goes rook e3. He's not in a hurry.
He wants to do knight e5, but he's ready to go rook g3 immediately after.
Yeah. I mean, we can see, yeah, Plug loves to target the enemy king, yeah?
Yeah, somebody taught him well, yeah? Somebody taught him the checkmate, is what counts.
Is important, yeah? Yeah. Wow. All right. Rook e3. How do we stop? Yeah, Magnus goes rook c8. It's a tempo, hitting on the c2 pawn. Okay, we are expecting c3. And then will you be able to go rook fe8, or how do you?
I mean, my question is, can I go g6, or is this absolutely suicidal, like c3, g6?
Can you do this? Yeah.
It could also be suicidal, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I mean, but rook e6 doesn't seem to work.
Oh, rook e6, I have bishop h2 check.
Even this, but even this fe6, queen h6, gh, I didn't see a mate.
Yeah, but knight e5 maybe, yeah?
Yeah, g6 on the board, so now we can speculate.
Yeah.
It's the current position.
So I can go knight e5, for instance?
Yeah, you can, but is this really so scary?
I would be scared. But maybe my plan was bishop takes e5. Takes and takes the knight.
Yeah, and another question was what I was calculating, that how to avoid this. Is this not check? I mean, you want to go rook h3 first?
Well, rook h3, I was hoping that I have knight takes e5.
Yes, and then queen h6, and the knight will land on g6, yeah?
Knight g6, rook h5, and then move the rook, yeah?
Yeah.
And I should not be losing here.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I have some positional stuff like rook g5, h4, h5. One shouldn't be ruling it out, but my feeling is also you will somehow be fine. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, especially with draw being fine for black, this should be completely fine. But of course, white also had other attacking ways. Yeah, after g takes h5, you have like check and then queen d3, queen e3. You can try.
Yeah, there is this. Marching of the queen, but I didn't exactly see where I'm getting.
Yeah, no, me neither. Yeah, basically what we want Tkachov. Yeah, we want rook d4 and queen takes h6, but we're not quite there. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, this was such an incredible game in '92 from Oakham. Yeah, it was in I think Oakham tournament. Yeah, when he played this bishop b5 check Sicilian, and then he delivered this incredible checkmate
against Plaskett, right?
I don't know against whom.
I think it was against Plaskett. That was a very funny mate. Yeah,
this everyone has to check out that game, because that was the moment when I, for the first time, heard about Tkachov. Yeah, that's okay. Wow, sensational stuff.
Well, in fact, it was really not that sensational. It was just really, really pretty. Yeah, it was just really pretty.
Yeah, but I mean, it started with knight d5. It came with, followed it up with bishop take g. I mean, everything that you could dream of. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
wow. Okay, and we also have some spectacular move by Shakhriyar Mamedyarov. Yeah, after knight bd2, he has sacrificed the pawn, or he lost the pawn on d5, and then he hits Anish with bishop b4. So yes, both players seem to be broken, but they still have the spirit to fight like crazy. And your horsey, yeah, on e6.
That horsey defends everything, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can try to undermine it, yeah, with rook d7 now.
And then getting ready for some rook takes f7.
Yeah, how does black handle this?
Well, the bishop is hanging.
It is hanging, yeah. So you probably go bishop takes c3, ready or not, right?
Yeah, here I come, yeah. You can't hide. Bishop c3, rook f7.
Rook f7 and queen c8.
You also have knight cd8, but
then just rook d7 back.
Rook d7 back, yeah, and I can't do anything here, yeah. It's not enough. And you want to trap the rook like this?
Well, I want to try, yeah, because what else could I possibly have in this position, right?
Yeah, and then also some rook b2 business. Wow, very sharp, razor sharp.
Yeah, queen c8, and then maybe like queen c4 and queen e8, and at some point my head will start boiling, yeah. And
yeah, it's all no, queen c4 you can take on d2. It's annoying because
there is no white doesn't have luft, yeah.
Yeah, white doesn't have a luft. Yeah, that's the trick.
Luft. That changes everything.
Yeah, no, this is razor sharp business. Bishop b4. What a counter strike by.
But if there is no luft, then after rook d7, bishop c3, rook f7, maybe black immediately has bishop d2.
Okay, but then knight d2. Yeah, it's still
knight d2, king f7.
Sorry, pardon. Yeah, of course. Yeah, then you can. Yeah, this.
Yeah, I cannot do this. I mean, I saw this pawn on h3 because I thought by now Anish would have found the time to have played h3, right?
Yeah, just a very quick update how we reached here. So yes, this all happened. Knight b3, and then at some point, Mamedyarov gave up the d5 pawn because he felt like he cannot hold on for it forever. Reshuffled the queen, and suddenly he's touching the pieces. Knight b2 and bishop b4. Wow. Excellent. So, okay, Anish will have to find the way. However, our main game is, of course, Pragg versus Magnus. And we do see that after our g6, Pragg opted for rook e2. And after king h7, he went queen c2. But now I'm not a believer. I mean, it looks like white is giving up on the momentum. b5. Black starts the minority attack with a5, b4, and there are no pieces to target the weak king. Wow, with rook a8, he provoked bishop b5. Yeah, Magnus was very smart, and then he traded the bad bishop, and now he can basically, after pushing back the white forces, he starts the typical minority attack.
I still didn't understand this bishop b5, to be honest.
Well, it was only connected with this 95, yeah, but the way it goes here, it just doesn't seem to work.
Now, normally bishop e5. I mean, normally bishop e5, I would say, yeah, but he just played knight e5, kept the bishop, right?
Yeah, keeps the bishop. I mean, Magnus is also now super confident. Yeah, he makes these decisions very quickly. He doesn't see ghosts, yeah? He only sees what he has to see.
Okay, Arjun won the match.
Wow.
That's good news. Arjun on fire.
Arjun on fire. 3 consecutive match victories and very convincingly. Yeah, not like, okay, with some luck or he exactly won it. No, with a very dominating performance.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
In all 3 matches. Wow. All right. Congratulations to Arjun. Already 9 points. I mean, basically he's just 1 point behind Duda.
Yeah, just
Duda
9
is
points
not,
in a row. Yeah, this is nice.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, if Duda is not saving today's match, then Arjun will be also breathing on Duda's neck.
But is Duda still playing?
Duda is still playing, which is a miracle by itself. Yeah, but if you check out the position, it doesn't look like it has any potential to get better.
And doesn't have much potential, no.
Yeah, Arjun is already in fight for 3rd place. Unbelievable stuff.
No, this when you get 3 points for victory and you win 3 in a row, that's a lot of points.
Yeah, he's exactly doing the opposite to Duda. Yeah, Duda started with 3 victories and ever since he's suffering. Arjun lost the first 3 matches and ever since winning 3 consecutive matches. Wow. Okay, this looks horrible. Duda in a lot of trouble.
Apparently Duda had a very nice trick, yeah, on move 12.
Oh my God. Okay, this we have to highlight, yeah, because this is a game changer. First of all, he after bishop f5, it's all like, okay, there is no way White gonna survive this. Duda came up with d3, knight takes d3, king f1, and after bishop d6, there was the sensational bishop e4 move. I mean, brutal move, because suddenly you force things, and after bishop takes e4, it turns out that you did not blunder the bishop because you have queen a4 check, and then you will also collect the bishop with check, and you will force the knight back to e5. You force the king to move.
Yeah, but again, to be fair, in this situation, it wouldn't make much of a difference. Yeah, Wesley would give bishop h3 check, and would say, I'm actually quite okay with the draw. Yeah, okay, he knight c1 and castles. I don't think Duda would generate winning chances here.
Yeah, of course. No, this is very solid. But basically, after bishop h3, yeah, then White has to play bishop g2 and bishop f5. But it did not happen.
Yeah. No, it was a very nice trick, but with
this is also something for the tactic books, yeah.
Yeah,
definitely. But okay, all eyes on Pragg versus Magnus right now. But the point is that, of course, Duda blundered. I mean, he did not see bishop e4 because otherwise, already you want to show the public that you see I have this incredible move, and after bishop h3, bishop g2, then out of desperation you continue with some bad move. Yeah, but yeah, it was very difficult, and I can imagine the psychological state of Duda by now. It should be very tough. And what about Pragg? Does he have chances to swindle Magnus here, or it just?
I don't see. I mean, also his rook is.
Yeah, he will. That's why I'm calling that. Does he have swindling chances?
I think his best chance is to try to give a perpetual, but that doesn't work, yeah, in the current situation.
Well, maybe even objectively it doesn't work, but we also know that it doesn't help him, yeah. Yeah, what we are talking about is something like knight f6,
I
king
think
g7.
This is what's going to happen, yeah. He'll give.
And then rook g4, and then trying to go knight h5, king h7, knight f6, but.
No, I thought immediately knight h5 check.
Immediately knight h5, and then just like this to force the repetition.
But it just doesn't help, yeah. I mean, this is probably even what's going to happen, but it just doesn't help.
Yeah, look at this. Yeah, Pragg is looking, searching, desperately searching for something, but Probably that's the maximum.
He doesn't have ammunition, yeah. He's missing some pieces.
Yeah, I mean, one could argue that if this queen would not be so unfortunate pinned on the c file, then you could argue that maybe we could give up the exchange on d4 and try to break with h5 and hope for some rook g3. But now we see that it's just impossible because we are pinned.
Yeah. I mean, you could of course play queen e2, yeah, bishop d4, cd, close your eyes, and then pray.
Yeah, but that's what Plug anyway does. h5, so he's trying to.
He wants bishop d4, rook g3, yeah, just.
Yes. I mean, stunning stuff. He wants the rook take g6, and eventually queen h7 checkmate, if he is given the chance. But of course, Magnus will never let this happen. But what an idea, yeah? Already the idea itself deserves some incredible praise.
But why h5 and not rook g3 first?
And what's the difference?
Probably no difference, but I thought maybe h5 gives black a bit more freedom. But maybe it doesn't make a difference, yeah? Bishop d4, rook g3?
Yeah, you anyway have to take, yeah? You don't have a move. Another question, for example, bishop takes f2 check, king takes f2.
Now there is, for instance, rook h8 here.
Yeah.
Just kind of cold-blooded, I'm 2 rooks up sort of move.
No, you are only 1 rook up for the moment.
Well, I'll be 2 rooks up very soon, yeah? Just bear with me.
Yeah, EGC, and it's very important because you just
E5.
take on E5, yeah. Okay, knight H5 check.
King F8.
I'm still kicking, but not for long, yeah.
I mean, yeah, kicking, but you're definitely not winning. Yeah?
Yes.
More likely you're losing. So it seems like this match could be over soon.
Yeah, bishop takes d4 plate. So, okay. Prague just goes Hg6 instead of rook g3. What is this?
But this only has a perpetual chance potential, right? Perpetual check. Bishop takes e3. Knight h5 is probably what he intends.
Yeah, and then we just go king g8. Yeah.
King g8. Yeah, I don't think there is a mating mechanism here. Because g7, I'll go bishop g5. Yeah, and just no mate.
Yeah. And by the way, Shakhriyar apparently is dominating against Anish, which means that if Shakhriyar wins that game, then he wins the match.
Yeah, and the troubles of the young Anish will continue.
Yeah, continue horribly. Yeah, that's it. Anish resigns. Well, if we will have a chance, then we will come back and check it out. How did this really happen so quickly? And Duda is also completely busted. This king is hopelessly open. And look at Black's king is hiding behind White's pawn, which will also mean that Wesley is winning the match.
Yeah, Duda's
devastated. Yeah, leaning back. I mean, Duda doesn't understand the word anymore. What has happened? But this is this online format. Yeah, I always feel that whoever starts to win, he's doing very well. If you lose your momentum, you can just end up losing. Like you mentioned, the Grand Chess Tour also, yeah, that all these brilliant players were actually always having some trouble at some point.
I think this is just normal for Blitz and Rapid. Yeah? You lose something, you lose the form, the confidence, and then everything else just doesn't work.
Yeah, I move back to Magnus because I'm just curious to see what happens now after Hg6. Okay, we basically know that the tournament is decided. Even it does not really depend on Magnus anymore, Magnus's game anymore. If Duda is not bouncing back, it's over. Magnus wins the event.
I mean, Black of course can try, but just bishop e3 and take the perpetual seems enough, no?
Yeah, on the other hand, Magnus still has like 6 minutes or something, and when he started thinking he had like 8. I feel like if he feels that he might be winning, then he doesn't want to just finish with the perpetual.
I think he wants to figure it out mainly, yeah? To see if... I mean, he can...
So for example, what happens after FG? So rook g3?
Yeah, you have to go bishop f2, right?
Bishop f2, king f2.
King f2, queen e8. Yeah, but it feels ugly to me. I don't want to play like this.
Yeah, this. Okay, one can argue that then we will sacrifice on f6 and things are fine, but.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. Black is probably doing very well here. Yeah, it just doesn't seem like anything you want to play under circumstances.
Yeah. Wow, yeah, this is beautiful attack. I mean, very interesting attack, but unfortunately not satisfactory. I mean, most what white can hope for is a draw. But yeah, Magnus is taking his time. Not easy to decide. Yeah, we are getting the confirmation from Tadeas that the line we just mentioned, and Rustam was seeing the line with queen e8 but claiming that he just doesn't like the look of it, is in fact appreciated by the computers.
Yeah,
however,
Magnus takes the perpetual, which is
the practical approach.
Also, like, yeah, it wins the game, it wins the match. Why the hell not? No,
it wins the tournament. Yeah,
it wins the tournament. It wins everything.
Yeah. On the other hand, I think Plak can also be kind of happy to play such a picturesque game, and to have this final position against Magnus is something for the books. Yeah. What a construction.
Wow, depends. Yeah.
Yeah, knight f6 check, king g7, draw agreed. Magnus Carlsen wins the tournament. A very big congratulations for Magnus. I mean, what an incredible performance. Yeah, just I don't recall anyone winning all his matches like this.
Yeah, very, very dominant. Yeah, indeed, very dominant.
Yeah, probably we're gonna hear an interview. I think Magnus deserves to be interviewed right here and right now.
Style, Magnus Carlsen.
Prag, we'll start with you. Prag, a tough day in the office today. What happened in the match? Take us through.
Yeah, I think the first two games, in both games, I think I was the one who was pushing. And I think with little time, I was just playing terribly today. Like I was, I would say not quick enough in a way, because I was just making a lot of mistakes in time trouble.
Did his opening choices surprise you?
Yeah, I knew it will come as a surprise. So in that way, there was no surprise. Yeah, I got a good position in first two games. And yeah, it's just bad that I didn't even make a draw in both the games.
All right, but playing against Magnus is never easy. But despite being surprised with his opening choices, you did manage to create chances and have good positions. But then there was this sudden collapse that would happen, and often around repetition. What was going on at that moment?
Yeah, I don't know. The first game, I think I had like better ways to play. But when I got to this position where I was a pawn down, I sacrificed a pawn on the queen side. Yeah, I was already, I think, playing for a draw. Like, I was hoping for some trick to work. But, yeah, there was some trick with knight f6 at some point, which I missed, and then I think it was just lost. Yeah, again, it was, I think, usually I would find it, so even with little time, but just I just missed it today, so something went wrong.
Well, one more match coming up. We hope you finish on a high. All the best for tomorrow, Prag.
Thank you.
Magnus, are you done? Sorry.
All right, we are waiting for the interview reactions from the winner of the tour finals.
Yeah, well, actually, I just realized that not only Magnus has already won his match and the tournament, but if Wesley finishes Duda off, then all the matches are finished.
Match today, but I thought I did okay in the last game. I think his attack was maybe a bit stronger than I thought at first, so yeah, I had to play carefully, but I think I did it sufficiently.
You've had many event wins throughout the season. Is it special when you finish the season with a big win as well, with a round to spare?
Well, I have to do well tomorrow as well, but yeah, I mean, it's it's obviously big when we're gathered here. I've had a couple of poor events in a row, and to do well now is, it's a big deal.
Tell me one thing, ever since you've announced that you will not be playing the World Championship, does every tournament have that extra meaning for you, where you want to prove that regardless of which tournament you play, you're still the best player in the world?
Yeah.
Fair enough. And coming to the match today against Prague, wrapping it up in 3 games, openings we don't see very often from you. Was it easier than expected?
I mean, I think the score doesn't tell the whole story at all. I mean, the games were very tough. The second game, I was much worse to lost than first. Was just super complicated, which I ended up winning. Also, the last game, he put serious pressure on me, so it was not easy at all.
Okay, and we often see during the event, you're out to other sporting events happening across the city. You were at the basketball game yesterday, a little inspired by the Warriors play?
Yeah, you'd think so, but it was a good game. It was good to see.
Okay, well, you've got one more match coming up. No pressure, or still going for, well, the big win on the last day?
Yeah, I want to win all my matches, of course. But obviously less pressure now.
Will you be celebrating today, or too early to celebrate?
No, it's a bit too early to celebrate properly, that's for sure.
Okay, enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to say the same word. Wow. I mean, this is incredible. I mean, Magnus winning another match. He also very correctly, with a lot of sportsmanship, highlighted that Prague did have his chances. It was a very tough match. I mean, looking at the result that Magnus won 2.5 half doesn't tell the story. Maybe should we bring that game up, or should we just take a look at this Anish Giri versus Shakhriyar? We actually all this we promised to take a look.
Yeah, but okay, there is just nothing happened, because at the end he just missed this queen b1, queen e4, and suddenly it was all over. Yeah, there is just not so much.
Yeah, just very quickly to see what did he blunder? Yeah, that everything is more or less normal. Black has no problems. That's our feeling, but
I think already knight g5 is a strategic mistake, because he ruins his structure and he just replaces one knight with another one. Yeah, this didn't bring him anything.
Yeah, the other knight is coming to e6.
Yes, and then he wanted to challenge this knight, and that didn't work out.
But I mean, really cruel. Yeah, queen b1 check, king h2, queen e4, a silent killer. Yeah, because due to this pin, nothing moves. The queen also targets the rook on d5, and it turns out that white is completely helpless against queen h4 check, king g1, rook b1 checkmate. Also knight f4 is a double attack on the rook on d5 and pawn on g2. I mean, just a very brutal finish by Shakhriyar. And thanks to this victory, he avoids being in the last place. Yeah, it's now.
Well, he changed to his Anish. Yeah. This is definitely heartbreaking for Anish, because first of all, I think when you get such a final position, something is clearly wrong with you. Because where was his feeling for danger? How is his king on h2 so naked?
Like in the middle of the game, yeah. So it's not like a very big time pressure.
Yeah, no, it's just all alone on h2. Something went really wrong with his war machine, yeah, like Mickey once put it. And I assure you, after 2 rounds, he did not expect to be in the last place after 6. He was playing so well, he was feeling so smart. He did not expect this. He did not see this coming.
Yeah, four consecutive match losses. On the other hand, Shakhriyar shows an example. He has also lost 4 matches before this, and then he bounces back. We did hear that there is a change of location in Shakhriyar's place, so maybe this also brought him new luck. Yeah, because sometimes when things are going against you, it's so nice when you are able to change some routine. Yeah, new hope, new energy, and everything. It worked very well for Shakhriyar. Maybe he already arrived to Jerusalem. We don't know. We are just speculating, but it easily could be if the tournament is starting tomorrow.
Yeah, no, this is also, it's a very good point. Yeah, sometimes when nothing works, some simple things, just traveling to a different place, starting a new tournament, they help.
Exactly. It feels like you have forgotten about that was before, yeah? I'm now a new location, new chances. And also when you are playing so-called badly at some tournament and you feel like it's finished, then you are so motivated that, okay, now I'm going to prove it and I'm going to make it right. Maybe for Shakhriyar, exactly this change of location helped. This would be then a secret weapon to keep in mind in the future, yeah? That if it works to such extent, then one has to pick it up for the repertoire.
Right? It's not always possible in real tournaments, because I think, I mean, looking at Anish and the way he's playing, I think he would give whatever it takes to be able to leave this tournament and go home. But he cannot do this, right? I mean, sort of, he has to stay there and play the last round.
Yeah, very tough. Yeah, this is very tough because, okay, why we are feeling so sorry for Anish that this is nowhere near Anish Giri, that we know that he's capable of. We hope him the very best. And let's make a tour what happened today. So basically, Duda has been crushed by Wesley. Yeah, it's just a 3-0 match. Unbelievable. Yeah, that the sudden collapse. I mean, it's not exactly a sudden collapse because already we had seen that Duda was struggling the last couple of days. But still, yesterday, for example, he was always leading. Then Prague needed to bounce back. Then in the Blitz playoff, suddenly Duda needed to bounce back. Yeah, that was an incredible fight. And then Prague went on to win the Armageddon. It's just heartbreaking. I mean, this final position speaks for itself. Yeah, that something is also completely wrong with Duda. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I think today there was just, I mean, we can see it from the score. Yeah, there were no close matches. Somehow today the winners, they were dominant. Maybe Pragnananda Carlsen was the only match with some intrigue at some point, but that too, yeah, didn't work out.
Yeah, Magnus clinched the match with 2.5 half. Arjun Erigaishi on fire, beating Liam Le with 2.5 half. Mamedyanov lost. Anish Giri lost to Mamedyanov also in a terrible way. Yeah, basically 2.5 half. But yeah, it's as you said, it didn't look like a big fight. And Duda lost 3-0 to Wesley So. Wow, also the players are probably getting exhausted. Yeah, playing all these matches. Yeah, this is very tiring, very demanding. It's not like playing one game at a time and then you have different opponents and things like this. Here you have to think about preparation so much. You have to think about which opening should I play. You need match strategy, everything. And if things are not going your way, then this is so much energy. Yeah, just to think about it. What is your take on this?
Yeah, no, I think you're completely right. But I do hope that tomorrow will be a better day, yeah, a more fighting day, because you also heard Magnus, right? That he wants to finish well, despite having won the tour, the tournament, and so on. And I have a feeling that it will apply to all players. No matter what's your position, what's your score for Anish, for Shakhriyar, for others. I mean, winning the last round always makes a difference. Always, yeah. So they will try. I think we'll have a good round tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm also sure. Yeah, this is basically the famous saying. Yeah, that if already you did not play a good event, you want to bang the door behind you. Yeah, that people remember that. Of course, okay, it wasn't a great tournament, but look at this, what this player was capable of in the last round, and then you are getting confidence for the next tournament. I'm also very much looking forward to all the action. By the way, we're gonna have Duda against Magnus Carlsen. Will be a very interesting match because I think in this case, this is something that can motivate Duda. Yeah, if for example he lost everything, but if he wins against Magnus the last match, then he can end up with a feeling that wow, okay, it was a great. I mean, it was a good tournament. Yeah, beating Magnus is always something exceptionally powerful performance. That should motivate him. On the other hand, Magnus wants to finish the tournament with 100%. Yeah, this kind of, 100% in a way that all matches he wants to win. We know that he did drop 1 point. I mean, already Magnus needs to apologize for dropping a point in this tournament. What is your take on this?
Yeah, but I mean, he's supremely confident now. We saw this. Yeah, in fact, looking back, I think his most difficult match came in round 1, when Wesley had 2 clearly winning positions against him. And then after this, okay, he started winning matches, and you see I mean, you also heard him, right, in the interview. I mean, he did say pretty much in clear text, yeah, that he will win tomorrow as well. And I mean,
at least, yeah, this is his plan. We saw the standings. Yeah, it's a big mess. I mean, on first place, it's a clear situation because Magnus is leading with 17 points. And then Wesley So is behind him with 12 points. 4 consecutive match victories for Wesley. Duda is stuck on 10 points. Nobody has seen this coming after having a perfect score 9 out of 9 together with Magnus. And then already Arjun is having 9 points, winning 3 matches in a row. Yeah, it's all very messy, big fight for the 3rd place.
Yeah, now tomorrow will be interesting. Yeah, I hope we did not exhaust our audience too much in the last 6 days, but do come back for us tomorrow. I think tomorrow will be a great day for chess.
Well, hang on. Maybe we can just bring up the pairings of the last round. Let me just, yeah, there we have it. So it's Arjun Erigaishi, Indian duel. Arjun Erigaishi versus Pragnanda. Very big fight. This is what I'm expecting. Wesley So against Anish Giri. It's always a prestige duel. I think, yeah, it might be also a theoretical duel. Looking forward to it. Magnus Carlsen against Jan-Krzysztof Duda and Mamedyarov against Liam Le. Wow, there is still something to play for. And okay, lot of prestige duels
tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah. Great. All right, then suddenly we had I mean, I'm a little bit confused. Yeah, yesterday we were here till 2 a.m. Now it's not yet even midnight. Yeah, 5 to midnight. What is happening? The players are speeding up. This day did not went as planned, but basically it's all about Magnus. Yeah, dominating the event, making sure that he wins already 1 run to spare. There is no intrigue. However, he has already won the tour anyway. Just a very powerful, dominant performance. One more time, congratulations to Magnus. And we hope that all the other players who have been suffering today will be able to show their best tomorrow. That's what we are hoping for. We'll be back tomorrow. Same place, same time. Stay with us. And yeah, let's hope for an exciting finish final day. Thank you very much. Good night, good morning, good day, wherever you are. See you.
See you. Bye.
Air quality isn't the first thing that comes to mind when you think about chess and esports, but it affects our focus, decision-making, health, sleep, and more. What's in the air you breathe? Find out with Air Things.
He played the Berlin, which I sort of expected, but I didn't really know what to do against, because in reality very few people do.
When we are playing an even game against someone of similar strength to us, usually we need to give something in order to obtain the initiative.
Just how shrewd and cunning Alireza can be, even with very little time.
I want to show you a game just to prove that I play these lines that I played against former world number 2 and a bit of a superstar, Jan-Krzysztof.